Area high school basketball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the court for high school basketball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
Welcome to Bowling Green High School, actually Bowling Green Middle School, as we kick off the 100th annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament. Jim Ross and April Froelich here with you from the junior high gym. We'll have
you didn't even say Wildcat.
Well, it's early. But all you did come in with that Wildcat motif when you walked in, so I probably should just come right out of the gate with that, actually.
Mark says that's when I'm in Muppet mode, when I just start walking like a Muppet.
I hate to break it to you, Mark, but she ain't nothing like a Muppet.
This is where it all started with Bowling Green Tournament, so this is a throwback.
Yeah, it's a little different look than it used to be, but it's still a quaint little gym, and it's tight. With girls, it's not really so much different. With boys and big bodies, it gets kind of crowded in here sometimes.
It does. Yeah, it does.
But we'll have a couple of games for you from this gym tonight. Louisiana and North Callaway, they're on the floor warming up. Elsberry and Van Far will play at 7. Over in the high school gym and on the radio as well, Rodney Dolbear and Corey Buchanan are over there. They'll have the Winfield Silex girls game at 5:30 and the Clopton Bowling Green game at 7. We're just online here from the little gym on kjfmradio.com. So if you got friends and neighbors around, you can listen to our video watch and listen on video on YouTube from kjfmradio.com. Let's tell you a little bit about these teams. We're about ready to get going here. I'll get you a commercial just a minute, April.
Okay, you're fine.
Don't get too jumpy on me. Louisiana 7-4, North Callaway's 7-8. They have met this year. Louisiana won that game at North Callaway back on December the 19th, 61-55. Both teams' last games, North Callaway lost at Clopton 75-29. Louisiana won at Silex on Friday night, and we had that one for you right here, 42-33. So we expect a good competitive game. Maddie Ingram's in the house taking pictures, so you can catch up with photos on KJFM Radio on Facebook. She will have a photo montage of all the games tonight if you're interested in that. Let's take a break, and we'll be back with the starting lineups right after this on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, People's Bank and Trust, and Country Financial Agent Natalie Grigsby.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
Ask me, Ashley Jenkins, about Shelter's auto, home, and life options.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Sports Keys to the Game on KJFM. Sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana. The Eagle 102 Sports starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Banks of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
Well, let's talk about keys to the game first, then I'll give you the starting lineups. The crowd's starting to grow from what it was when I got here about 4:30, but an small intimate crowd so far. I will say keys, take care of the basketball. Louisiana's going to have to keep an eye on Natalie Schrock. She's a sharp shooter from deep. I think earlier in the year she made 9 threes in a row, so she can shoot it from deep. Of course, Louisiana, they've got a couple that can shoot from the outside as well. They're really streak shooters, and they had trouble after the first quarter down at Silex the other night, but they came out of that game with a win. And, of course, turnovers will decide this game in this small quarter. It'll be interesting to see if either one of these teams try to press and trap people in the corners, and that would be advantageous for them. Let's take a look at our starting lineups. As I mentioned, for North Callaway, they are 7-8 on the season. They're coached by Andrew Klein, assisted by Kirsten Eckhoff and Mariah Peace. Starting for them, a freshman number 0, Olivia Hartley, a senior number 2, Natalie Schrock, a senior number 10, Lakin Hartley, a junior number 15, Kaimori Myers, and a freshman number 24, Sophie Olson. So a young lineup with two seniors and a couple of 3 underclassmen, 3 freshmen actually, starting for 2 freshmen and a junior, I should say, starting for North Callaway. They average 45 points a game, give up 50 points a game. And again, they are 7-8 on the season. For Louisiana, as they're about ready to do the national anthem. So I will take a break, and we'll come back with that after the national anthem on Eagle 102 Sports.
Central State Bank believes in more than just banking. Central State Bank's team takes the time to understand your unique needs and goals, and they're proud to be part of the community, actively supporting local businesses and events. Enjoy state-of-the-art banking technology for easy and secure online and mobile banking. Join thousands of satisfied customers who've made the switch to Central State Bank and experience the personal touch and professional service that set them apart. Visit one of the convenient locations in Pleasant Hill, Pittsfield, Kinderhook, Quincy, and Clayton. Central State Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
State Farm in Pittsfield understands that life can be tough. The State Farm staff is there to help you make smart decisions when it comes to all your insurance and financial service needs. Call, email, text, or stop by the office Monday through Friday between 9 to 5 to talk to an agent. State Farm in Pittsfield, a family-oriented office, is located at 311 Half West Washington Street in Pittsfield, serving Pike County, Illinois, and the surrounding areas.
Ackles Farm Market has locally produced beef, pork, and honey. Stop in for your farm fresh cut ribeye, New York strip, sirloin steaks, fillets, stew meat, ribs, ground beef, snack sticks, and all beef hot dogs. While there, stock up on homegrown fruits and vegetables as well. Open every day, 9 to 7. Ackles Farm Market, just off Highway 54 between Louisiana and Pittsfield.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by MASH in Bowling Green and Louisiana, Bolin Chevrolet, Gambino's Eatery, and Tea Time Golf.
Welcome back to the middle school as the starting lineups are being announced here in the first game of the 100th annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament. For Louisiana, they're coached by Derek Branstetter, assisted by Jennifer Geschwinder. Starting for them, a senior number 1, Jordan Pedersen, a freshman number 2, Trinity Chapman, a sophomore number 12, Nakia Griffith, a senior number 15, Jalea Reese, and a junior number 20, Reese Womack. The Bulldogs average 45 points a game, give up 39. They're 7-4 on the season. Got a 1-game winning streak after their win at Silex. North Callaway on a 1-game losing streak after their loss against Clopton. So it's Hartley, Myers, and Olson for North Callaway. The Thunderbirds, Pedersen, Chapman, Griffith, Reese, and Womack for Louisiana. Glad to have you with us as we're just about to get underway. I know a couple of the officials in this game. Don't know the third, however. I'll try and get that as we go along. Louisiana, we're up on the stage opposite the stands along with the benches. Louisiana will move from our left to our right on your radio dial if you're listening to us. And North Callaway will control the opening tip. And Olson goes straight to the bucket, shoots it off the window, won't go. Rebound for Womack for Louisiana, so they'll get their first offensive opportunity. Chapman dribbles it right wing to Reese in the corner now to Griffith. They whip it around the horn beyond the arc. They try to throw it back door to Pedersen, and it's picked off, so the first turnover goes to Louisiana. Back come the Thunderbirds, one of my favorite names around the area. To the hole goes Myers. Her shot up is good off the glass, and North Callaway jumps out to a 2-0 lead. Well, Louisiana's going to have to play a little better than they did Friday night. And now Chapman goes in, has it knocked away. Another turnover for the Dogs as North Callaway's playing fairly well right now. Deep three by Schrock is good, and all of a sudden it's 5-0 North Callaway. She can flat shoot it. They're going to have to get on Natalie Schrock. Reese now puts it on the floor, kicks it to Griffith. Head of the key now to Chapman. Right corner to Reese. Reese on the left-hand dribble. Gets it back to Griffith at the head of the key. She'll look left wing now to Chapman. She's open for three. It's good. Trinity Chapman answers with the first three of the night for Louisiana, and it's a 5-3 lead for North Callaway. Back they come. To the left corner and in the post area is Olson, and they almost lose it, but they'll get it out to Schrock now to Olson at the head of the key. She'll survey things. Schrock open for three again. That one's short. Griffith with the rebound for the Dogs. 6:25 to play here in the first. 5-3, North Callaway on top. Near corner to Reese. She'll drive right baseline, has it swatted away, saves it into Womack for a deep three in the corner, and it's good. And Louisiana takes their first lead at 6-5. Back comes North Callaway quickly up. Get it down on the low block to Myers. She goes under the bucket, kicks it outside to Olson. Skip pass over to Schrock. Left wing three on the way. Off the rim, no good. Reese with the rebound. She's in a triple team, dribbles out of trouble. And now goes on the break. She's going straight to the window. Wild shot with the right hands, way off the mark. And North Callaway with the rebound. Hartley comes back. That's Livia. Hands it off to Lakin. Her deep threes, front rim, no good. Pedersen with the rebound for Louisiana. Down to 5:30 to play. Louisiana still on top, 6-5. Griffith on the right wing now. To Reese, left wing to Chapman. Her three, it's no good. Reese on the offensive glass, put back up and good. Jalea Reese doing a good job on the glass. And Louisiana's lead grows to 3 at 8-5. Hartley on the far sideline. That's Livia. We'll call the Hartley girls by their first name if you don't mind. Livia on the dribble now, penetrates into the paint with the left hand, and we've got our first whistle and our first foul of the game. And it will go on Jalea Reese. It's on the floor. So North Callaway will have it underneath their own hoop. Right side of the bucket with 5:01 to play in the first. They get it inside on the inbounds pass. Point blank range shot by Myers is no good. And Louisiana with the rebound. Pedersen dribbles to the right corner now, crosses it over, gets into the paint. She's going to go to the glass. Runner off the back iron, no good. Rebound off to Lakin Hartley. She wants to run with it. Straight up the middle of the floor, now dribbles to the right wing. Does a pirouette and looks for help. A couple players go down. We may have two of them injured. They're going to stop the game and check on Schrock and Griffith as they got their feet tied up. Both of them went down. Slow to get up. And it looks like Coach Brandstetter is going to give Nikaya a little break as Camry Ahart checks in. Schrock says she's okay. So she will stay in the game for North Callaway. 8-5, 4:35 to play here in the first. Louisiana on top. Lakin Hartley with it now, dribbles to the left wing, guarded by Reese on a pick and roll with Olson. To Livia, back to Lakin, now near corner to Myers. Myers hands it back to Lakin. She'll drive left baseline, gets across the baseline, but has her shot swatted away by Womack on a great defensive play by Reese, and back come the Dogs. Backdoor cut by Womack, reverse layup won't go. Got a good look that time from Trinity Chapman, but hit the bottom of the basket, did Reese. And North Callaway back the other way. Olson on the dribble now, gets into the paint. Her running baby hooks off the mark, no good. Womack with the rebound up the left sideline. Up and down pace here in the early going. Chapman now spins, has it swatted, but doesn't. Well, they're going to call a foul, actually. She didn't turn it over, but the foul is going to go against Livia Hartley, her first. And a couple subs in. Morgan Benny and Isona Tomlinson for North Callaway. 3:41 to play here in the first. Still 8-5. Nobody's scored for about 2 minutes here. Womack now gets it off to Chapman. She'll penetrate in to Pedersen. Right baseline dribble off the block. Back to Chapman, head of the key to Reese. Reese now left side to Ahart. Ahart puts it on the floor. She goes down the paint. She's got some room. Shoots a layup. Camry Ahart with her first bucket of the game. And it's a 5-point lead for Louisiana. Now a little token full court pressure. Hartley into the front court for North Callaway. Gets into the paint. Ball fakes, spins around, throws up a wild one. It won't go. Olsen with the rebound, or check that. It's Tomlinson with the rebound. Now they get it out to Schrock, and she'll reset things on a pick and roll. Gets it inside to Tomlinson. Tomlinson makes the catch and scores. Alciona Tomlinson with her first bucket of the game. Reese now dribbles right baseline, tries to swing it across the baseline. Ahart finally makes the catch. Now they'll get it out to Chapman between the circles and reset things. Right wing to Womack. She'll shoot the three. Front iron short. Rebound tracked down the corner by Benny. Not many whistles in this first quarter. One foul each. 10-7. Louisiana still on top. We're down to 2:25 to play in the first. Inside they get it to Hartley to Hartley. Lakin will put the shot up. And there's a whistle and a foul, and we'll have our first free throws of the night. And it'll be Lakin Hartley, and the foul's on Reese. Her second. With 2:18 to play here in the first, Louisiana on top 10-7.
Jalena's sporting a pretty bad bruise on her elbow.
First free throw is good. I'm sure that came probably Friday because that was quite the ball game. Second free throw by Hartley is good as well. And Louisiana has it back up by one. Backdoor cut by Chapman. Nice pass by Griffith, and Chapman finishes with the layup. She's got 5, and it's 12-9 Louisiana with 2 minutes to play in the quarter. Back into the front court. Hartley's going to shoot a three from the right wing. It's way off the mark. No good, and it goes out of bounds. That was Lakin. And no one could track it down before it made it to the wall. The walls are very close here. I'm going to say 2 feet maybe from the baseline to the wall, 2.5 tops. So you got to slam on the brakes in a hurry if you go flying in there. Womack head of the key three. It's good. Reese Womack with her second three ball of the game. She's got 6, and the lead is now 6 at 15-9 with $1:30 to play in the quarter. North Callaway gets it to Schrock. She'll dribble to the left baseline, back to Hartley. That's Livy. Now gets it to Lakin. Lakin in between the circles now and resets it. To Livy on the right side, and she'll be fouled. I believe they'll get Ahart with that personal. Her first. And the team's third, and another sub in. Grace Rasmussen will come in for Schrock for North Callaway. They'll get her a little extra rest with 1:18 to play right before the end of the quarter. On the inbounds, Hartley now. Liv drives baseline, finds some space, and a blocking foul on Griffith. 4th team foul on Louisiana to go against 1 for North Callaway. Lakin will trigger it in left side of the bucket on the baseline. Gets it into Rasmussen. Back to Lakin. Lakin will get to the head of the key. Lakin, one of the seniors on this team, to Liv. Her shot short. Loose ball is grabbed by Rasmussen, and we've got a timeout on the floor. Coach Andrew Klein wants us to take a break. We'll step aside as well. 15-9 Louisiana. You're listening to Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Bolin Chevrolet, and Center Locker Service.
The Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast in downtown Louisiana is under new ownership. It's been updated and offers its own unique charm. Our historic venue is perfect for weddings, celebrations, and gatherings. Make your special moments unforgettable. Call or book online at theeaglesnestinbb.com.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Cellular and Satellite, Pike County Memorial Hospital, Ackles Farm Market, and Shelter Insurance Agent Ashley Jenkins.
15-9 our score with 56.2 seconds to play here in this first quarter. And out of the North Callaway timeout, they'll have it on the baseline right side of the bucket. Trailing by that 7 points. They led by as many as 5 early in this quarter, but Louisiana has battled back. Liv Hartley gets it into Lakin. Lakin in the far corner. She'll dribble out between the circles and reset the offense. Let's see what they drew up during the timeout. Little give and go with Liv. Now she'll hand it off to Rasmussen. She loses the handle, stolen by Griffith. Griffith's going to head to the bucket, and she has it swatted away by Hartley, but she'd stepped out of bounds. And so when she grabbed it, so the ball will go back to Louisiana. Chapman to throw it in for the Dogs. Gets it Ahart in the corner. Ahart being muscled around by Rasmussen. No whistle. A little more play going on tonight than there was the other night. Kind of the way I like it, actually. Ahart dribbles. Gets it back to Chapman. Chapman on the dribble into the paint, far corner to Griffith. She fires a three. Back the rim, no good. Ahart high for the rebound. Her putback's up and good. Camry Ahart on the offensive glass. And it's 17-9, down to 10 ticks to play. Hartley now dribbles it to the timeline in the corner. Gets to the head of the key, right corner to Liv. She'll shoot the three. It's short, and Griffith will lose the handle, but that'll be at the end of the buzzer. And Louisiana will go to the huddle after the one, leading 17-9 over North Callaway. You listen to Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102 Sports.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Geared Up, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Hi, this is Shelley Clucky with Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. We appreciate the value of working hard and making sure you've taken steps to make sure you're prepared for whatever comes your direction. Best wishes to all of our area athletes for another amazing season from myself and Corey Buchanan at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company on the Square in Bowling Green.
Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company is a proud sponsor of the local schools and their athletes. When it's time to quench that thirst, reach for one of the many Pepsi products found in the local concession stands, including Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Sundrop, or the all-new Starry Lemon Lime. If you are wanting something other than soda, enjoy Bubbler, Klarbrunn Water, Lipton Teas, Gatorade, and more. Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company in New Haven and Bowling Green wishes all the area athletes a great season.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic, and Kearns Construction.
17-9, Louisiana leads it. They have the ball to start the second quarter. Same lineup, starters with the exception of Ahart still in. Nice pick and roll, slip screen by Reese Womack, and she'll score the first bucket of the second quarter. So I mentioned Ahart in for Jalea Reese as the only starter not in, as she's got 2 fouls as we start the second. Hartley now head of the key will set things up. So that's Liv. Crossover dribble, tries to get it down low to Lake, and her shot, she throws it up, but she's going to be fouled. Looks like they're going to count nope, they're going to say it's a 2-shot foul. Well, it didn't go in, so why would you count the bucket, Jim? And Lake and Hartley will go back to the line and shoot 2, where she is perfect so far tonight. Foul is on Trinity Chapman, her first. First free throw's no good. She'll get a second. Louisiana up by 10 now. She'll make the second. She's 3 for 4, and it's 19-10. No full court pressure to speak of by anybody so far. Griffith has it now for Louisiana. Dribbles between the double team. Now picks up the dribbles. Got to get some help. Gets it to Ahart. Ahart ahead of the key. Reverses field. Now to Pedersen. Pedersen between the circles. She'll penetrate in. Kicks to Griffith. Right wing to Ahart. Ahart dribbles it off her knee, picks it up right inside the key area. Now back to Chapman right on the BG logo. Chapman to the left elbow to Pedersen. Pedersen penetrates in, spins into trouble, gets out of trouble, hands it to Ahart. Offense a little disjointed right now. Griffith goes in, throws it out to Chapman. She's banged, but no whistle. And they'll give it to Ahart. Ahart will get in the lane. Her runner's no good. She goes up, and they're going to call an over-the-back foul on her on the rebound. So that'll be 2 on Camry Ahart. So a little foul trouble developing for Louisiana. They still lead, however, 19-10. Lakin with it now in between the circles, hands it off to Livia Hartley. I think they call her Liv. She'll dribble. We know somebody named Liv, don't we?
Indeed.
Still has her dribble. Goes back to the head of the key. Spins around, gets it to Lakin. Lakin hands it off to Olsen. Olsen near corner to Liv. Her shot from 17 is no good. Olsen on the offensive glass, and her putback's up and good. Sophie Olsen with her first bucket of the game. And it's 19-12. Griffith in the right corner for Louisiana to Pedersen. Pedersen will drive baseline, still has a dribble, tries to get in the lane, hands it off to Chapman. Chapman now dribbles over, hands it off to Womack. She'll shoot the 3, off the iron, no good. Olsen with the rebound for North Callaway. She pulls up at the half-court line, skips over to the far side to Lakin. Lakin now between the circles. That's Lakin Hartley with it, guarded by Womack. She'll hand it off to Liv Hartley. She dribbles it off her foot, picks up the loose ball, and takes off with it. We've got a whistle and another foul. Well, if that's on Griffith, that'll be her second.
Yes, that was who it's on. That is her second.
So Louisiana's going to have to stop the fouling.
Yeah, they already have 3 for this quarter with
Jalea-
5:13 to go.
Jalea Reese will come in for Camry Ahart. On the inbounds play, they work it to the far corner. Liv for the 3. It's an air ball. And Chapman will just let it bounce out of bounds. 5:04 to play here in the second, 19-12. Louisiana still on top.
100th anniversary coverage of Bowling Green tournaments brought to you by Mimi's Pantry, law offices of Briscoe and Brannon, Edward Jones financial advisor Kayla Caldwell, Service and Supply Co-op, and Pike Lincoln Tech Center.
Pedersen from the near corner 3. It's short, hits nothing, and Lakin Hartley with the rebound. Into the front court, hands it off to Schrock. She'll lob it down low to Olsen. Now check that, Olsen with it now. Myers made the catch, actually. They whip it around the horn, back to Schrock. She'll shoot the 3. It's short. Griffith with the rebound. Not a foul called on, only 1 foul called on North Callaway so far in this game, which is almost crazy since they're playing man-to-man. They lob it inside to Womack. Her shot's up no good, and there's the foul I was looking for. It looks like it'll be on Lakin Hartley. Her first. And to the line for the first free throws of the game for Louisiana is Reese Womack. Reese has got 8 points so far. Make it 9 as she drains the first. Back in will come Camry Ahart for Griffith, I believe, and Morgan Benny checks in for Liv Hartley for the Thunderbirds. Womack's second's on the way. It hits the back of the rim, goes high, and the smallest person on the floor gets the rebound, but she falls down.
Kind of did a header there.
Somehow gained control of it, did Trinity Chapman.
She kept dribbling despite.
And Louisiana gets a timeout. 20-12, they lead it. You listen to the Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102 Sports.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by Bowling Green Tractor, State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Vicki Cadwallader Real Estate, and Pepsi.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Community State Bank of Missouri, and Gambino's Eatery.
Out of the timeout, Chapman in the deep corner looks and needs to find some help. Finds Womack for the layup. She got free and just before the 5-second count. And Reese Womack has 11 now for Louisiana. Half of their 22. They lead by 10 once again with exactly 4 minutes to play in the first half. Olsen in the far corner, gets it inside to Benny. Her shot won't go, but Olsen with the rebound. Or check that, Myers with the rebound. Hartley now with the head of the key. Gets it inside to Schrock. Her turnaround jumper's no good. Pedersen with the rebound for Louisiana. She'll head the other way, full steam ahead. Takes the bang from Myers. Now gets it to Camry. Ahart, and we've got a whistle and a traveling violation called on Jordan Pedersen. Didn't quite see that, but 10-point lead for the Dogs. 3:23 to play in the half. Lakin Hartley gets it inside to Myers, and her shot's blocked by Ahart, and that'll be number 3 on Camry Ahart. And she'll be heading back to the bench. To the line is Kaimori Myers with her first free throws of the game, and she rattles the first from home. She'll get a second as Liv Hartley returns for North Callaway. Myers with the second. She would be on the all-hair team as she gets a second.
It's so pretty.
Isn't it, though? I like that look, actually.
Yes, very much.
That's why she'd be on the my all-hair team.
I'm with you, 100%.
Reese for 3 from the left wing. It's no good. 2 players collide on the rebound, and Griffith comes up with it, but ends up on her back out of bounds. That was a neutral ball, I believe. And no whistle, so North Callaway will get it back. Trailing by 8. We're down to 3 minutes in the first half. And Lakin, or check that, Liv Hartley tries to throw it inside, but it was too tall that time, intended for Benny. And Louisiana gets it back after the turnover. Chapman now with it. A little stop and go to Griffith. Had the key to Pedersen. She'll shoot the 3. That's money. Jordan Pedersen with her first points of the night. It's a 3. And the biggest lead of the night now is 11 for Louisiana. Back comes Myers. They whip it around the horn now to Shock. To Hartley, head of the key. Liv now to Lakin on the left wing. Holds it above her head to Benny. Benny back to Lakin. Guarded by Reese. She'll pull up. Gets it in the far corner to Benny. A little give and go to Schrock. Her shot's up and good. Natalie Schrock's got 5. And it's 25-16. Down to 2:05 to play in the first half. Pedersen across the timeline for the Lady Dogs. Hands it off to Griffith. Back to Chapman. Chapman on the right wing. Head of the key now to Griffith. Griffith dribbles in the key area. Backs up now, gets to Reese. Left wing. Reese on the dribble. Flips it out to Womack. To Reese in the corner. She'll dribble in with the left hand. Goes up. It's not going to go, but there's going to be a whistle and a foul. And Jalea Reese will go to the line to shoot 2 shots. Foul is on Lakin Hartley, and that'll be her second. And Jalea Reese to the charity stripe. And the first one is short. Into the game now for the, not for the first time. Sophie Olsen will return. Natalie Schrock will take a seat. Reese with the second, 25-16. Louisiana on top, 1:42 to play in the half.
I was listening to you guys' game on Friday. It sounded like he had some decent free throw shooting.
It was. She missed both there at that time, however. Now Olsen goes the length of the floor into the corner, gets it back to Hartley. Hartley to Myers, now to Hartley. Lakin now hands it off to Olsen to Liv. Liv in the corner to Myers, back to Olsen, left wing. Olsen penetrates in and travels. Turnover number 3 on North Callaway. They've actually taken, both teams have actually taken care of the basketball fairly well, and Emerson Bradley will come in for the first minute. So they'll get Jalea Reese out to protect her foul situation. She's got 2. Louisiana in a little bit of foul trouble. Down inside, reverse layup by Womack won't go. She could have shot it from the other side, maybe had a better chance. Back comes North Callaway. Trailing by 9. Down on the far block, her shot's up no good, but they're going to have a whistle call and a traveling call, I should say, on Morgan Benny. Turnover 4 on North Callaway with 1 minute to play in the half. Pedersen across the timeline now for the Dogs. Gets to Womack on the right wing. She'll dribble to the wing, hands it back to Pedersen. Pedersen into the lane area, kicks it to Bradley. Bradley skip pass near side to Womack. Her 3 ball is good.
Ooh.
Jalea Reese.
Dropping bombs.
Yeah, and a ooh from the crowd along with April. The crowd did the same thing, and it's 28-12 or 28-16, a 12-point lead. Down to Benny on the block again. She goes up, hits the bottom of the backboard. Myers with the rebound. Her putback won't go. And Chapman with the rebound. Down to 18 seconds. She took a peek at the clock. And let's see if they know how much time is left. Griffith now with it. Hands it off to Chapman. Chapman gets to Pedersen, far corner. She'll drive baseline. She's got some room. Partially blocked shot. Probably should have been a foul. Got to protect the shooter, and we got a whistle, and they're going to call traveling, but that's going to be at the end of the first half. Pretty good half for everybody, especially the Louisiana Bulldogs as they go to the locker room on top. 28-16. You're listening to the Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102 Sports.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex. Pike County Mutual Insurance agents Corey Buchanan and Shelley Clucky, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Did you know you can earn money by harvesting wild plants? Hi, I'm Craig Barnes with Barnes Roots and Herbs. We're south of Eolia, and we buy wild harvested plant products like sassafras leaf, walnuts, golden seal, ginseng, and many more. For more information and a list of what we're buying, visit us on Facebook or you can call us at 636-205-4333. Barnes Roots and Herbs, 636-205-4333. Money does grow on trees.
Everyone needs help with something at some point in their life. This is Tracy B. with PCHD, and I am here to remind you that we have certified community health workers staffed at our office that offer assistance for free to those who need help navigating local resources and more. Please don't hesitate to call 573-324-2111 to learn more or visit our website at pikecountyhealth.org.
Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats is your first stop when stocking your freezer. Brown's has frozen chicken, steaks, brats, and burgers ready to go. For wholesale and custom butchering, Brown's is your first call. It's where quality meets service. Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats. For your meat processing, smokehouse meats, and homemade sausage. Just off Highway 61 in Silex.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Get Spot a Shot in Louisiana and Silex Banking Company.
Oh, we're back.
Take it away, Ross.
I was reading promotional stuff, and actually I was laughing at you.
Oh, my gosh. I don't even want to return home. Mark Froelich, home with the flu, absolutely auditing my performance tonight. I'm fired.
You have been running from gym to gym, and
Yeah.
Maddie's come and helped out. We thank her.
Oh,
and,
yes, we thank Maddie.
Somebody texted me something. I said, thank God I'm not in charge of tech.
Yeah, well, we didn't have a scoreboard at first because I had to run to the other gym, so it just sat blank for a bit. But
Oh, well, so be it. Hey, we've got the game on, and I hope you're enjoying it. 28-16. Louisiana leads it at half. They led 17-9 at the end of the first quarter and outscored North Callaway 11-7 in the second. They've done a really good job on Natalie Schrock, leading scorer for North Callaway. She's only hit 1 3 so far. She's got 5, but and both teams have taken care of the basketball, which is always a concern. Biggest issue for Louisiana right now is they have Camry Ahart with 3 fouls, Jalea Reese with 2, and Nikiah Griffith with 2 as well. Nobody in foul trouble. Well, actually, Lake and Hartley's got 2 for North Callaway. They only called 3 fouls on North Callaway in the entire first half. So that's something to keep an eye on as we head for the second quarter. Let's take a break, and we'll come back, and I'll give you the first half scoring right after this on Eagle 102 Sports.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by Eagles Bluff Golf Course, People's Bank and Trust, Pike County Health Department, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
Illness can happen, whether it's the sniffles, sore throat, or the
With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Cupid says you can fall in love this Valentine's Day with Gambino's Eatery in Louisiana. We're giving you a chance to win prizes that'll make your heart skip a beat. Grand prize is dinner for 2 and a romantic overnight stay at our Eagle's Nest Inn. Second prize is dinner and flowers at our prime fireside table. Third prize is dessert paired with wine and a Gambino's gift card. To enter our free drawing, just visit and sign up now through February 6th. Every visit earns a 1 per day entry, and joining our loyalty program can boost your chances. Rules available in store. Winners to be drawn and notified February 7th. Happy Valentine's Day from Gambino's, 3rd in Georgia, downtown Louisiana.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, Mike Henry Excavating, and Calumet of Missouri.
Welcome back to the middle school gym in our first round of games at the 100th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament. We're at half of the first game here from the middle school. Louisiana leads North Callaway 28-16, which is the biggest lead of the game so far by either team. North Callaway jumped out and had a 5-point lead, I should say, early in the ball game, but Louisiana caught up and has kind of controlled things since that point. Let's take a look at the scoring for you. First for the Thunderbirds. Natalie Schrock does lead them with 5, 4 for Kamori Myers, 3 for Lake and Hartley, 2 each for Isonum Tomlinson and Sophie Olson. They're 5 for 7 from the free throw line, and they just turned it over 4 times in the first half. For Louisiana, they're led by Reese Womack. She's got 14. She hit 3 threes in that first half. 5 for Trinity Chapman, 4 for Camry Ahart, and 3 for Jordan Pedersen. Louisiana was 1 for 2 from the free throw line, and they had just 4 turnovers as well in the first half. In the other gym, we've got games going on over there as Rodney and Corey are handling the affairs in the high school gym, as Clopton and Bowling Green are playing as we speak, and we'll get you a score out of that one momentarily. Back here, the second game of the night will be Elsberry and Van Far. Looking back at last year's bracket, Louisiana got beat in the third place game on the girls' side, and North Callaway actually won the consolation trophy in the 99th annual. So both of these teams looking to get back into trophy games just like they did last year. So we'll see how things pan out here in the second half, as Louisiana has control right now as they lead by 12, 28-16. We'll be back the second half right after this on Eagle 102 Sports.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by A Taste of Philly, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Eolia Landscape Supply.
To measure the true value of a compact tractor, break out all the jobs it can do. You'll have a long list with the New Holland Workmaster Series 25, 35, or 40 compact tractor from Bowling Green Tractor on Business 61 in Bowling Green. Put your money on an economical Workmaster compact and enjoy the power of a 3-cylinder engine, the simplicity of a hydrostatic or gear transmission, and a roomy deck. If you value performance and economy, see Bowling Green Tractor on Business 61 in Bowling Green today about a Workmaster 25, 35, or 40 compact tractor.
If you thought Cellular and Satellite Center is closed, you are wrong. Cellular and Satellite is ready to help you with your dish, DirecTV, or antenna needs. We also do security system installations. Plus, if you need internet service, Cellular and Satellite has several options to choose from. Just give us a call today at 573-324-3722, Cellular and Satellite in Bowling Green.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, People's Bank and Trust, and Country Financial Agent Natalie Grigsby.
100th anniversary coverage of the Bowling Green Tournament brought to you by Bouquet Florist and Gift Shop, Hayden Motorsports, Spring Valley Accounting, and Woods Smoked Meats. And we thank all of the sponsors that help make it possible for us to bring you every game of the Bowling Green Invitational Tournament, the 100th anniversary. As we get ready to start the second half, it looks like the original starters back in for both teams. And North Callaway wearing their black road jerseys will be moving from our left to our right. They do a little give and go right off the bat. And Lakin Hartley can't finish the bucket, and Pedersen with the rebound. She goes the other end, full speed ahead. Now dribbles into a corner, gets it to Womack in the paint. She'll kick it out to Reese. Reese will penetrate in near corner to Pedersen. Her three ball's an air ball. Grabbed by Olsen. She'll head the other way. Grab it and go right into the paint. She traveled. Now they're going to call the travel. I'll help them out every once in a while.
The password is
more than
travel.
I should, yeah, probably. Nobody scored. We've played 45 seconds here in this third quarter. A little give and go with Womack from Pedersen, and Womack shoots a layup and scores. And she's got 16, and immediately Coach Andrew Klein wants to have a timeout and chat up with his troops. We'll step aside as well. 30-16 Louisiana. You're listening to Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102 Sports.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by Noah Builders, Castile's Color Wheel, Eagle's Nest End, and People's Savings Bank.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by MASH in Bowling Green and Louisiana, Bowl and Chevrolet, Gambino's Eatery, and Tea Time Golf.
30-16 Louisiana leads it. A quick timeout by Coach Andrew Klein, as there had only been 2 points scored in this third quarter so far. And North Callaway will have it at the other end of the floor, as we're just underway here in the second half. Hartley, that's Liv, into the front court now, hands it off to Schrock, high post to Myers. Myers back to Hartley, back to Myers. Looks to hand it off, now gets it to Schrock. Deep three-pointer from her is good. Natalie Schrock, she can fill it up if she gets going. She's got 8 and makes it a 30-19 game. Louisiana still on top. Chapman into the front court to Reese on the right wing. In between the circles now to Pedersen, lobs it inside to Griffith. She'll kick it right outside to Chapman. Her three right wing, money. Trinity Chapman with her second three of the game. She's got 8, and it's 33-19. Hartley back, tries to get inside. It's deflected, loose, picked up by Griffith. She's surrounded, but gets it to a teammate.
Game of the Week coverage on air and
Reese.
online brought to you by Mash in Bowling Green and Louisiana, Bolin Chevrolet, Gambino's Eatery.
Reese penetrates into the paint. Her one-handed shot won't go. Rebound to North Callaway. Those commercials, dude, it's like to jump on the air sometimes. Myers with it. Check that Hartley. That's Lakin right wing to Liv Hartley. She'll put it on the floor on a pick and roll with Myers. Can't get anything going, however. Now to Lakin. Lakin headed the key to Myers. Myers penetrates, gets it to the far corner to Olsen. Olsen tries to drive in the paint, and she's got whistle for the offensive foul. She kind of used her backside to move Chapman out of the way and was whistled for the foul. Her first. By the way, the officials, Greg Ellis, Mark St. Clair, and Jim Jeffries for these 2 games in the middle school tonight. Louisiana in the far near corner, I should say, to Chapman. She'll dribble out of trouble. Now gets it to Griffith. Griffith back to Chapman between circles, right wing to Womack. Womack ball fakes, gets it back to Griffith. Griffith now to Pedersen, near corner to Chapman. To Pedersen. Pedersen to Griffith, right wing. Fumbles the ball. Still can dribble now as they've changed that rule a number of years ago. To Pedersen. She'll penetrate into the short corner to Reese. Reese now right side of the hoop. Skip pass out to Griffith. Now into the corner to Womack. She's open 3. No good. Pedersen with the rebound. She'll go up, but she'll be fouled. And it'll be on Kamori Myers. Her first. No, actually, they're going to call it on Natalie Schrock. They had a choice. They picked the other. As Jordan Pedersen will go to the line, and she'll get 2 shots. 5:01 to play here in the third. First free throw is no good. 33-19, Louisiana leads it. 14 is their biggest lead.
And we want to point out that we'll have pictures from every night of the tournament. We've got Tana Sanders over in the high school gym, Maddie Ingram over here with us. Every night there'll be Facebook posts where you can see lots of pictures. You'll see a lot of action this week.
Schrock's 3 won't go as Pedersen made 1 out of 2 on the free throws. Now an off-the-ball foul is going to go on Natalie Griffith. Nakia Griffith, her third now, so she and Ahart both have 3. Schrock triggered in right side of the bucket. Gets it inside to Myers. She's trying to make some space, kicks it out to Hartley. Lakin to Liv Hartley, head of the key. Liv now tries to get it to Myers, stolen away by Louisiana. Reese gets it off to Womack. She'll shoot it with the left hand and score the layup. And she's got 18. And it's 36-19. Louisiana in control in the third with 4:25 to play. Hartley now, that's Lakin, right wing to Olsen. She'll penetrate in, pulls up from 10, good. The old mid-range jumper by Sophie Olsen. Don't see those very often these days. And it's 36-21. Womack back for Louisiana to Pedersen, left wing to Griffith. Now back to Pedersen. She'll get it to Womack on the right wing. In the far corner to Chapman, to Reese, to give and go to Pedersen, and her shot's partially blocked, but she'll go back to the free throw line as she was fouled by Natalie Schrock, her second. Jordan Pedersen 1 for 2 from the line so far. She'll make the first, and she'll get a second as Camry Ahart will check in. And it will be Nakia Griffith checks out. Myers will step aside for North Callaway. It's Pedersen's second free throws off the mark as well. In is Tomlinson for the Thunderbirds. So 2 for 4 from the line for Jordan, but they lead by 16 at 37-21. Hartley in with the left hand. Her shot won't go, and the rebound is deflected off of Reese, they say. and it'll stay with the Thunderbirds. Olsen is triggered inbounds, right side of the bucket. Lobs it out to the head of key. Liv drives down the paint. She throws up a wild one, goes over the backboard, and out of play.
The Bowling Green Tournament 100th anniversary coverage is brought to you by Williams Road Repair Shop, JGS Cattle Company, Home Bank, Custom Works, Salon and Tanning, Magruder Limestone, and A Taste of Philly.
Louisiana works around the horn to Reese. Her three-pointer's no good out against the 2-3 zone of North Callaway. And they'll get it into the front court with Liv Hartley at the head of the key. A little 1-4 look for the Thunderbirds. Gets it to Tomlinson, and she scores from about 10 feet. And it's 37-23 as the Thunderbirds try and creep back into this ball game. Reese now skips it over to Womack. She's open for three. That one's off the mark. Goes in the far corner to Chapman. Her left-handed runner is up and good. Trinity Chapman, just a freshman on this team. Got a bright future. She scores it, and it's 39-23. Olsen now hands it off to Hartley. That's Liv to Lakin. Lakin holds it above her head to Schrock on the left wing. Schrock guarded by Pedersen. They try the give and go, and the pass is too tall, and it goes out of bounds. Back to Louisiana. 2:30 to play here in the third quarter. Louisiana the 3 seed, North Callaway the 6 seed in this tournament. Reese with it now, reverses field, gets to the near corner. Three-pointer from Chapman is short, rebounded by Tomlinson. North Callaway doesn't look to run. Off to Olsen. Olsen now, she's going to penetrate in the paint, and her runner's off the mark, no good. Chapman with the rebound. She's in a double team, and there'll be a whistle and a foul. And I believe that's going to go on Liv Hartley. Her second. And into the game is Morgan Benny, and Louisiana wants a timeout. We'll step aside as well. 39-23, Louisiana up 2:04 to play in the third. Listen to Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102 Sports.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex, Pike County Mutual Insurance agents Corey Buchanan and Shelley Clucky, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
Noah Builders in Silex is a proud supporter of all area athletes. They're a small, locally owned contractor with over 25 years of experience in custom and new home construction. Noah Builders wants to take your forever home plan and make it a reality. Call or visit Noah Builders at noahbuildersinc.com.
This is Tara Grody, and People's Savings Bank is excited to announce the Bobcat Debit Card. People's Savings Bank believes in giving back to the communities we serve, and that begins with the school district. Every time you use your Bobcat Debit Card as a credit, People's Savings Bank will give the school district 5 cents. That may not sound like a lot of money, but since starting this program 6 years ago, PSB has been able to give back over $120,000. Open an account online at ourpsb.com or stop by our branch. We are the one with a bright blue roof. Start earning the Bowling Green School District money today just by using your debit card. Member FDIC.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic, and Kearns Construction.
Louisiana has it out of the timeout. They lead 39-23. They've led by as many as 17 in this game. Reese on the far sideline. Dribbles to the head of the key, has it swatted away, picks up the loose ball, and now she'll be fouled by, is it going to be Olivia Hartley? It is, and that puts them over the 5 foul bonus, and we're going to shoot 2 now as Jalea Reese will go to the line. She's come up empty so far from the charity stripe tonight. The senior, and she's a lefty. Yeah, it looks like she's shooting this right-handed. Well, that's two-handed, and it's good.
Well, she knows what works.
I know she bats left-handed. She throws left-handed. She shoots most of the time left-handed. She gets a second, and it's nothing but net as well. So she's 2 for 4 now from the free throw line. She's got 4 points in the lead, back to up to 18 now, the biggest of the game for the Dogs. Hartley now gets it inside to Thomason. Her turnaround jumper won't go. Rebounded by Benny, and she'll be fouled. And is that going to be on Ahart?
It is.
So that'll be her fourth. And Morgan Benny will go to the line to shoot 2 shots. So Griffith with 3, Ahart with 4 for Louisiana. First free throw hits the back iron and won't drop. She'll get a second, however, as Emerson Bradley will come in for Ahart. With $1:35 to play in the third. Second free throw by Benny. It's no good as well. And Bradley with the rebound, and we have a jump ball tie-up. And on the alternating arrow, it'll go to Louisiana. 41-23 our score. Chapman walks it into the front court alongside Pedersen, gets it back to Chapman in the paint area to Reese. Skip past far sideline to Womack, far corner now to Chapman. She'll dribble out of trouble. Gets it inside to Pedersen, a little high-low to Emerson Bradley. Nice pass to Womack, and she'll shoot the layup. Wow, what ball movement by the Dogs there. That was pretty, and the lead is 20 now for Louisiana. Womack, or check that, Hartley picks up her dribble, gets it inside to Thomas, and her turnaround jumper's good. She's got 6. Under a minute to play here in the third. Chapman far wing to Reese. Jalea now on the dribble, gets it to Reese Womack between the circles. Down to 42 seconds to Pedersen. Pedersen now to Reese between the circles, skips it over to Reese Womack. Pedersen now to Reese, near corner to Chapman. She'll shoot the 3 from the corner. It's good. Trinity Chapman with her third 3 of the night. She's got 13, and the lead is 21. Looks like Coach Andrew Klein calling for 1 shot. They're way too far behind for that. Lakin takes it in, or Liv takes it in. It's no good. Kicks it to the corner to Schrock, and her 3-pointer's good. Natalie Schrock down to 4 seconds, down to 3. Reese gets it in the front court. Her runner's up. Oh, off the front rim and no good. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Your score, the Louisiana Bulldogs 46, the North Callaway Thunderbirds 28. Fourth quarter's next on Eagle 102 Sports.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex. Pike County Mutual Insurance agents Corey Buchanan and Shelley Clucky, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports comes health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at PCMH, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Bowling Green Clopton and Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athlete. I'm Eric Schaefer, certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
Ask me, Ashley Jenkins, about Shelter's auto, home, and life options.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Barnes Roots and Herbs, Get Spot a Shot in Louisiana, and Silex Banking Company.
North Callaway has it as we start the fourth quarter with a big hill to climb as they trail 46-28. Hartley's shot's no good. Schrock with the rebound. Her putback's blocked, and Louisiana comes away with the loose ball. Chapman up the far sideline now. Dribbles to the baseline, looks for some help, gets it to Pedersen, cutting to the hole. She makes a catch and puts it up. It won't go. But there's a whistle and a foul, and Jordan Pedersen will go to the line once again for 2 shots. She was 2 for 4 in the third quarter. She'll get the first 2 here in the fourth. Foul is on Sophie Olson, her second. Pedersen's first free throw is good. She's got 6 for the game. She makes this, it'll match the biggest lead of the game for Louisiana. Seniors seconds on the way, back iron no good. Rebounds batted out and tracked down by Liv Hartley. She'll go up the far sideline in a double team now. Gets it to Lakin. Lakin skips it over to Olsen. Olsen finger rolls up, it won't go. Rebounds batted out and tracked down by Chapman. Chapman now slows things down for Louisiana with 7:10 to play in the ball game. Backdoor cut by Reese. She kicks it outside to Jalea Reese. Womack now in the short corner to Bradley. Back to Jalea. Jalea will hand it off now to Chapman. She got away with the travel, but gets it down low to Bradley. Her shot's partially blocked and no good. And North Callaway with the rebound. They look to push. Lakin Hartley to the far corner. They're looking for Schrock to try and get her untracked from deep. Myers underneath the basket. Her gets it off to Olsen. Her shot's no good. And it goes off of Louisiana back to North Callaway as Griffith will check in for Bradley. Griffith playing with 3. Schrock to trigger it in, left side of the paint for North Callaway. They could use a bucket in the worst way. Schrock gets it back off the inbounds, now lobs it inside to Olsen. To Myers. Myers back to Olsen. She'll shoot it from 10. It rattles around, no good. Reese Womack with the rebound for Louisiana. To Pedersen. She hustles into the front court. She's going straight to the glass, and she's flattened and hits her head on the.
Yes, she did, and those walls can be hard.
Well, and
as we know.
she's coming off a concussion.
Yeah.
She got bonked in the head in the People's Bank shootout against Knox County, I think. Looks like she's going to be all right. Foul is going to be on Schrock, Schrock, her 3rd. And they're going to give Pedersen a minute or 2 to
shake out the cobwebs.
Clear her faculties, yeah. Her hit pretty hard. There is a mat there, but I can tell you, it's not real soft. First free throw's off the mark. She'll get a second. Going to have to get her one of those soft, the things they're putting over football helmets now. Get her one of those to wear during the game. She keeps banging her head. Jordan gets a second. And it's good. So she split every free throw opportunity. She's 4 for 8. And the lead is now 20 at 48-28 with 6:15 to play in the ball game. Hartley now, Lakin gets it off to Liv Hartley, but she'll back up beyond the arc on the left wing. Resets the offense. They're not going with any urgency at all. Louisiana's defense has been good tonight. Straight up man the entire evening. Down in the block to Olsen, and she backs her way in and gets an and one as she kind of flattened Griffith in the process. And that'll be 4 on Nakaya. And Sophie Olsen with the chance for the old-fashioned 3-point play. She's got 6 for the night. She's just a freshman. And it's good. Nice looking rotation on that free throw. Here comes a little full court pressure. It's like a 2-1-2 press by North Callaway. They get it in the front court to Reese. She'll drive to the hoop and score. That's a way to break the press. Get it in the middle and turn and go. Jalea's got 6 now, and it's 50-31. Olsen with it again, head of the key to Lakin. And we've got a whistle and a timeout on the floor. 50-31. Louisiana leads 5:32 to play in the game. Listen to Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Barnes Roots and Herbs, Get Spot a Shot in Louisiana, and Silex Banking Company. Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by MASH and Bowling Green in Louisiana, Bowl and Chevrolet, Gambino's Eatery, and Tea Time Golf.
I think I'm doing a fantastic job, Jim.
I really am not paying a whole lot of attention.
Hey, 100th annual or 100th anniversary coverage of Bowling Green Tournament is being brought to you by Bouquet Florist and Gift Shop, Hayden's Motorsports, Spring Valley Accounting, and Woodsmoke Meats.
I'm sure you'll hear about it when you get home. Out of the timeout, North Callaway gets to Myers on the left elbow, and she drives straight to the bucket and scores. Here comes the full court press again. Chapman now skips it near side to Womack. Womack into the front court, and they call traveling. Turnover number 8 on Louisiana. And it's 50-33 still. Louisiana on top. They've led since midway the second quarter. North Callaway got a 5-point lead early. Now the turnover stolen by Griffith. Ahead to Chapman. She'll go to the glass. Her shot's up no good. And we'll have a whistle and a blocking foul. And Trinity Chapman will get to the charity stripe for the first time. And the foul is on Olivia Hartley. Her fourth. First free throw short by Chapman. Serenity Chapman, her twin sister, banged her knee up in the Bowling Green game. It hasn't been back yet. I saw her warming up a little bit with a knee brace, but not ready for prime time just yet. As Trinity misses both of them. Now pass ahead of the pack and missed the open layup. Did Liv Hartley. And Womack with the rebound behind the back at the center court stripe. Skips it over to Reese on the right wing. Now to Pedersen to Griffith. Griffith on the dribble now. She's fouled by Lakin Hartley. That'll be her third. And Louisiana will have it at the 28-foot mark on the far sideline. The bleachers side here. Bleachers on one side in the old middle school gym. We're on the stage right with the benches. Pedersen now throws it, hands it off to Chapman, but she wasn't there. She tracks it down. Now she penetrates down the lane. Her runner up. Oh, it won't go. Goes out. Olsen with the rebound for North Callaway. She dribbles into a double team. Now gets it to Lakin. Up quickly to Liv Hartley on the left sideline. She'll go to the window. Off the glass with the left hand and good. Olivia Hartley with her first 2 points of the game. And it's 50-35. Down to a 15-point lead. 4 minutes to play and plus 10 seconds in this ball game, and Reese got away with a double dribble right there in front of us. Chapman open for three. It's off the front iron, no good, and it's going to bounce out of bounds back to North Callaway. Well, Louisiana's had a comfortable lead for a while, but they might want to take a little more care of the basketball and burn a little clock on these trips down. Thunderbirds back in the front court. Lakin Hartley to Schrock. She'll shoot the three. It's good. Now, all of a sudden, she's got 14 and the lead down to 13. Reese now has her pass deflected out of bounds on the press, and will go back to Louisiana right at the center court stripe. And Coach Brandstetter calls a timeout. That's going to be a good timeout. 50-38 our score. Louisiana still leads at 3:40 to play in the game. Listen to 110 year Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102 Sports.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex, Pike County Mutual Insurance agents Corey Buchanan and Shelley Cluckey, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
Central State Bank believes in more than just banking. Central State Bank's team takes the time to understand your unique needs and goals, and they're proud to be part of the community, actively supporting local businesses and events. Enjoy state-of-the-art banking technology for easy and secure online and mobile banking. Join thousands of satisfied customers who've made the switch to Central State Bank and experience the personal touch and professional service that set them apart. Visit one of the convenient locations in Pleasant Hill, Pittsfield, Kinderhook, Quincy, and Clayton. Central State Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Barnes Roots and Herbs, Get Spot a Shot in Louisiana, and Silex Banking Company.
Nice little run by the Thunderbirds has them back in the ball game as they trail still, however, 50-38 with 3:40 to play in the ball game. Louisiana will have it out of the Coach Brandstetter timeout, and hopefully he'll settle the troops down just a bit. Reese now with it between the circles as North Callaway in a man-to-man defense. Griffith guarded by Schrock. She can take her on the dribble, does, gets into the paint, puts up a wild one. It won't go. And Lakin Hartley with the rebound for North Callaway. Up to Liv. Liv now dribbles to the head of the key, guarded by Reese. Left wing to Lakin on a pick and roll with Liv. Get it to Schrock. She's open from three, and it's going to be a whistle on the shot, and they're calling a foul away from the ball on Nakia Griffith, and that's going to be her fifth foul. A little bit of an odd foul in that situation. But Camry Ahart will check in, and she's going to have to watch her P's and Q's, as she has 4 fouls as well. Schrock triggered in right side of the paint, and it goes off the foot of Jordan Patterson, and we'll do it all over again. Schrock looks, gets it to Olsen. She backs down Chapman. Her shot's no good. Ahart with the rebound for Louisiana, and they just need to take their time. Chapman now across the timeline. Gets to Pedersen between the circles. Left wing to Reese. Reese now pulls up, gives it to Pedersen. Down to 2:45 to play in the game. To Chapman. They run the weave. Now to Reese. She'll wait for Pedersen as they continue to burn some clock. Womack now on the dribble. Guarded by Lakin to Pedersen. Pedersen to Reese. Reese now hands it off to Chapman. Chapman spins out of trouble and puts it up. It won't go. Schrock with the rebound. Kind of afterthought on that shot. Back comes Lakin. Check that. Hartley gets it into Olsen. She'll pull up from 8. Back iron, no good. Womack with the rebound. They'll look to run. Womack up the left sideline. Doesn't have the numbers, so she'll slow it down back to Reese. Down to 1:55 to play in the game. Chapman on the right wing now. Gets it back to Reese. Reese going to be fouled by Olsen. That'll be her 3rd foul. And they're over the double foul bonus, or 5 foul bonus, which is 2 shots these days. And Jalea Reese will go to the line and shoot 2 shots.
Shelly Liggins, amazing.
She is.
I hadn't eaten all day. I was busy breaking things at work and, just kept the streak going by breaking some broadcasts.
Yeah.
So she's like, would you like a sandwich? Yeah, I do.
Reese misses both of them. Womack with the rebound. Her putback won't go, and Chapman gets run over, no whistle. To Schrock for 3. Back iron, no good. Long rebound out to Reese, and she's tripped up and goes down, and we'll walk the other way and shoot free throws. Well, I have the hotline to the concession stand.
Yeah, right?
I do. I've got a text number, somebody we might know.
Mm-hmm.
Says if you need
it's
anything,
big dude.
Shoot me a text, and I'll bring it. And I'm like, oh, okay, well.
But I saw him out in the hallway talking. I'm like, how you going to be delivering orders when you're talking to one table too long? You're not going to be a good waitress.
Jalea Reese back to the free throw line. She gets that one to spin in. Down to minute 30 to play in the ballgame. Minute 31 to be exact. Jalea with the second. And it's going to be good. So 2 for 4 in the 4th quarter for Jalea, and the lead back to 14. Olsen now, she's going to shoot the 3 from the right wing. It's off the back iron, goes over the backboard, and Louisiana will get it back with 1:22 to play. Full court pressure as Morgan Benny checked in during that last timeout for North Callaway. Womack gets it in to Pedersen, to Womack, to Chapman. Those 3 in the backcourt. They've got Reese in the middle. They get it to her. Now she's got a 2-on-1. Gets it down low to Emerson Bradley, who checked in as well. And she scores her first bucket of the game and makes it 54-38, down to a minute to play. Hartley dribbles in. Her running one-hander's up and good. That's Lakin Hartley. She'll get an and 1. And the one thing you don't want to do is foul and put them at the line to score with no clock running. The foul's on Jalea Reese after she started with 2 early. That's just her 3rd, so she's done a good job managing her fouls. The and 1 free throw is no good, but it bounces right back to Hartley, and she'll get the rebound to Schrock, to Lakin. Lakin now in the far corner, dribbles it off her foot. She'll pick it up. Nearly has it stolen away by Pedersen, but it goes out of bounds at the key area, far sideline. And North Callaway will talk about as well. 54-40. Louisiana still leads. We're under a minute to play. This is the Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102 Sports.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by A Taste of Philly, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Eolia Landscape Supply.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, A Taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A Taste of Philly, Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, Mike Henry Excavating, and Calumet of Missouri.
54-40 our score. North Callaway out of the timeout, has it free at 28-foot mark. Left side line. Schrock will trigger it in and she'll shoot one from almost 30 feet. It comes up way short. That was a sign of desperation by North Callaway. Goes out of bounds, so Louisiana will have it underneath the North Callaway bucket. Womack looks, gets it into Pedersen. Pedersen in a double team, and she's fouled by Lakin Hartley, and that'll be her fourth, I believe. And Pedersen will go back to the line for 2 shots. 4 for 8 so far for Jordan from the charity stripe. She's got 7 points tonight, and the first free throw is good. She'll get a second. 55-40. Winner will play the winner of the next game, Elsberry and Van Far. Second free throw was long, but there's Womack high for the rebound. Pull it out. Nope. Chapman's going to dribble in. Gets it out of trouble now to Womack. They'll pull it out to Reese, down to 41 seconds. Reese hands it off to Pedersen. I'd have thought they'd have just played this out, but Schrock's going to foul, and we're going to extend this game a little longer.
Well, if you have a chance to tackle someone, you know.
Fourth foul on Schrock, and back to the line is Jordan Pedersen. If nothing else, she's getting free throw practice,
yes, she
especially
is.
in this fourth quarter. This will be her 8th free throw in the quarter. She makes it. Let's see if she can break the streak of every other one and make both of them here, huh, Jordan? What do you say? Tomlinson back in for North Callaway, and Grace Rasmussen returns as well. She can't get it to go, so it's been every other one for Jordan, and it's 56-40. Hartley now, step back 3, good. Gave a little forearm shiver to Pedersen, made some space, hit the 3. It's 56-43, and this foul is too little too late. When you're down by more than 10, it just doesn't work. And that foul is going to be on Lakin Hartley, and she heads to the bench, as that'll be her 5th. Trinity Chapman to the free throw line. She's 0 for 2 tonight so far. Schrock will return. For Louisiana, number of subs. They're going to have to wait and shoot this first free throw. They're going to let them come in right now. What the heck, right?
Right?
Scarlett fight Carmel. Well,
see if we'll send someone in for me.
Madison Bell in. I missed somebody. Who else came in? I think it was Olivia Mooney. Nope, it was number 5. Yeah, I said her. Scarlett Carmel. Oh, Ahart returned. Next free throw, 0 for 2. That trip 0 for 4 in the game for Trinity. But it's not going to matter as they lead by 13, and turnaround jumper by Olson spins out, won't go. Chapman with the rebound, and we got a timeout to get this, get this sub in. I thought Olivia Mooney came in, and she was hidden over there. I couldn't see her. She'll come in, and it's just to get the sub in was the timeout. And Coach Andrew Klein says don't foul. Let's see if they listen. They get it into Mooney. We're down to 8 seconds. Mooney hands it off to Ahart. Ahart dribbles in, kicks it out to fight Carmel, and that's going to do it for the ball game. Your final score, the Louisiana Bulldogs 56, North Callaway 43. Your postgame show's next on Eagle 102 Sports.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by Cellular and Satellite, Pike County Memorial Hospital, Ackles Farm Market, and Shelter Insurance Agent Ashley Jenkins.
State Farm in Pittsfield understands that life can be tough. The State Farm staff is there to help you make smart decisions when it comes to all your insurance and financial service needs. Call, email, text, or stop by the office Monday through Friday between 9 to 5 to talk to an agent. State Farm in Pittsfield, a family-oriented office, is located at 311 Half West Washington Street in Pittsfield, serving Pike County, Illinois, and the surrounding areas.
Ackles Farm Market has locally produced beef, pork, and honey. Stop in for your farm fresh cut ribeye, New York strip, sirloin steaks, fillets, stew meat, ribs, ground beef, snack sticks, and all beef hot dogs. While there, stock up on homegrown fruits and vegetables as well. Open every day, 9 to 7. Ackles Farm Market, just off Highway 54 between Louisiana and Pittsfield.
The Eagle's Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast in Louisiana is where history, comfort, and charm come together. Explore quaint streets, visit local attractions, and return to comfort at the end of the day. Call or book online at theeaglesnestinbb.com.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by MASH in Bowling Green and Louisiana, Bowl and Chevrolet, Gambino's Eatery, and Tea Time Golf.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Sports post-game show on KJFM Radio.
Wow.
Welcome back to Bowling Green High School. The first game is in the books as the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs advance on as they defeat North Callaway by the final score of 56-43. We'll run through this real quick, the scoring for you. For North Callaway, Natalie Schrock with 14, 8 for Lakin Hartley, 7 for Sophie Olson, 6 each for Isona Tomlinson and Kaimori Myers, and 2 for Olivia Hartley. 6 for 11 from the line for North Callaway. For Louisiana, they were led by Reese Womack with 20, 13 for Trinity Chapman, 9 for Jordan Pedersen, 6 for Jalea Reese, 4 for Camry Ahart, and 2 for Emerson Bradley, and they were 11 for 24 from the free throw line. They raised their record to the Bulldogs to 8-4 on the season. North Callaway drops to 7-9, and those teams await the winners and or losers of this next game, Elsberry and Van Far, that we'll have with you shortly. We're going to take a break and grab the starting lines. By the way, over in the other gym with 2 minutes to go, they're tied 52-52, Winfield and Silex, so a barn burner.
Yeah, 4-5 matchup. You never know what's going to happen there.
Absolutely. So we'll take a break, and we'll get the starters and reset for this next game right after this on Eagle 102 Sports.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by Bowling Green Tractor, State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Vicki Cadwallader Real Estate, and Pepsi.
Hi, this is Shelley Clucky with Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. We appreciate the value of working hard and making sure you've taken steps to make sure you're prepared for whatever comes your direction. Best wishes to all of our area athletes for another amazing season from myself and Corey Buchanan at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company on the square in Bowling Green.
Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company is a proud sponsor of the local schools and their athletes. When it's time to quench that thirst, reach for one of the many Pepsi products found in the local concession stands, including Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Sundrop, or the all-new Starry Lemon Lime. If you are wanting something other than soda, enjoy Bubbler, Klarbrunn Water, Lipton Teas, Gatorade, and more. Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company in New Haven and Bowling Green wishes all the area athletes a great season.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Bolin Chevrolet, and Center Locker Service.
Got about seven and a half minutes left until it'll be the second game tonight, the last game over here in the small gym for tonight. It's going to be number 2. No, it's not. It's number. What is it? It's 3 seed, right? Elsberry. No, 2 seed Elsberry and 7 seed Van Far, and we'll have some starting lineups. Keys to game. Who knows? We may even have a call of the game coming up.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Noah Builders, Castile's Color Wheel, Eagle's Nest Inn, and People's Savings Bank.
Did you know you can earn money by harvesting wild plants? Hi, I'm Craig Barnes with Barnes Roots and Herbs. We're south of Eolia, and we buy wild harvested plant products like sassafras leaf, walnuts, golden seal, ginseng, and many more. For more information and a list of what we're buying, visit us on Facebook or you can call us at 636-205-4333. Barnes Roots and Herbs, 636-205-4333. Money does grow on trees.
Everyone needs help with something at some point in their life. This is Tracy B. with PCHD, and I am here to remind you that we have certified community health workers staffed at our office that offer assistance for free to those who need help navigating local resources and more. Please don't hesitate to call 573-324-2111 to learn more or visit our website at pikecountyhealth.org.
Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats is your first stop when stocking your freezer. Brown's has frozen chicken, steaks, brats, and burgers ready to go. For wholesale and custom butchering, Brown's is your first call. It's where quality meets service. Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats. For your meat processing, smokehouse meats, and homemade sausage. Just off Highway 61 in Silex.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Community State Bank of Missouri, and Gambino's Eatery.
Welcome back to the middle school gym. First game's in the books, 56-43. Louisiana wins. They advance on up, play the winner of this game, the number 2 seed Elsberry Lady Indians and the Van Far Lady Indians. And it seems that I've lost some of my stats from this game, so let me see if I can pull them up real quick. Elsberry is 5-8 on the season, 4-10 for Van Far as they are on a 3-game losing streak. Louisiana, or Bowling, or Elsberry, I should say. I'll get it right here. They are on a 1-game win streak. Coached by Kerry Koch-Dow, Elsberry averages 39.5 points a game, gives up 38 points a game. Van Far scores 36 a game and gives up 44. So on paper, I tell you this should be a good game. We shall see. So let's take a quick break here, and I'll be back with hopefully some more stats that I've got to hunt up and your starting lineups on Eagle 102 Sports.
The Eagle 102 Sports starting lineups are coming up. Brought to you by Community State Banks of Missouri.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Cellular and Satellite, Pike County Memorial Hospital, Ackles Farm Market, and Shelter Insurance Agent Ashley Jenkins.
Hannibal Regional Medical Group in Bowling Green is right here for you and your family. No matter what stage of life you are in, the Hannibal Regional Medical Group team of primary care providers are ready to help guide you on your path to better health. To schedule an appointment, just call 573-324-2241. Hannibal Regional Medical Group in Bowling Green.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Cupid says you can fall in love this Valentine's Day with Gambino's Eatery in Louisiana. We're giving you a chance to win prizes that'll make your heart skip a beat. Grand prize is dinner for two and a romantic overnight stay at our Eagle's Nest Inn. Second prize is dinner and flowers at our prime fireside table. Third prize is dessert paired with wine and a Gambino's gift card. To enter a free drawing, just visit and sign up now through February 6th. Every visit earns a 1 per day entry, and joining our loyalty program can boost your chances. Rules available in store. Winners to be drawn and notified February 7th. Happy Valentine's Day from Gambino's, 3rd in Georgia, downtown Louisiana.
To measure the true value of a compact tractor, break out all the jobs it can do. You'll have a long list with the New Holland Workmaster Series 25, 35, or 40 compact tractor from Bowling Green Tractor on Business 61 in Bowling Green. Put your money on an economical Workmaster compact and enjoy the power of a 3-cylinder engine, the simplicity of a hydrostatic or gear transmission, and a roomy deck. If you value performance and economy, see Bowling Green Tractor on Business 61 in Bowling Green today about a Workmaster 25, 35, or 40 compact tractor.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Barnes Roots and Herbs, Get Spot a Shot in Louisiana, and Silex Banking Company.
The Eagle 102 Sports starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Banks of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
And let's take a look at those starting lineups. First for the number 7 seed Van Far Indians. They are very young. They only have one upperclassman, one junior on the roster. Everybody else are freshmen and sophomores. So a freshman, number 3, Carly Hunn. A sophomore, number 4, Elliot Utterback. A sophomore, number 10, Miley Keller. A sophomore, number 20, Chloe Wallace. And a sophomore, number 21, Chloe Zumalt. So it'll be Hunn, Utterback, Keller, Wallace, and Zumalt for Coach Heather Minter. For the Elsberry Indians, they are starting tonight a junior, number 3, Grace White. A sophomore, number 12, Phelan Davidson. A junior, number 15, Kenzie Koch. A senior, number 25, Maya Plaster. And a senior, number 44, Ella Barber. So it'll be White, Davidson, Koch, Plaster, and Barber. For Kerry Koch-Dow, the head coach of the Elsberry Indians. Elsberry is assisted by Brittany Koch-Dow and Greg Plaster. And Van Far's assistant is Samantha Utterback. These teams met earlier this season already. Elsberry won that game 38-26. And the series going back to 2008, Elsberry leads, winning 15 and losing 7. The entertainment coverage of the Bowling Green tournament is brought to you by Bouquet Florist and Gift Shop, Hayden Motorsports, Spring Valley Accounting, Wood Smoked Meats, Mimi's Pantry Law Office of Briscoe and Brand, and Edward Jones Financial Advisor, Kayla Caldwell, Service and Supply Co-op, and Pike County Technical Center. And we appreciate all those sponsors, and they make it possible for us to
be amazing.
Yeah. I was reading the score, 56 all, a 3 at the buzzer for Winfield, so overtime.
Wow.
Over in the other gym as Winfield and Silex battle it out in the 4-5 seed matchup. They'll have the Clopton Bowling Green game to follow. That game's on radio, and you can also pick it up online at kjfmradio.com. Don't forget, we've got Tana Sanders and Maddie Ingram here taking pictures of all the games in both gyms. You can catch those on our Facebook page shortly after the game's over with tonight. Kind of a neat thing we do for the folks around, and got some very good photographers and very good pictures, I might add. And April joins in the photography fund from time to time. Jumping center for Van Far, who's in their road blacks with white numbers gold trim, will be Chloe Zumalt. She's a tall drink of water. She'll jump center against Kenzie Koch. Elsberry in their home whites with red numbers black trim. Van Far will move from our right to our left on your radio dial. And we're underway, and Van Far controls the opening tip, and Elliot Utterback will run the offense for the Indians. It's the Battle of the Indians here in this second game from middle school. Jim Ross, April Wildcat Froelich alongside with me tonight. As Elsberry comes out in a 1-2-2, they spread out in front and make it look like a 3-2 zone. And Van Far having trouble making sense of it right now. Utterback between the circles. Spins out of trouble, hands it off to Wallace. Wallace now dribbles back near the BG logo in this school gym. And she'll hand it off to Keller. To Wallace, now the high post to Zumalt as they play a little three-man game. Keller will shoot the deep three. It's off the mark, no good. Rebounded off to Davison for Louisiana. Davison, just a sophomore, gets it in the front court. And they'll have their first offensive possession of the ball game. Into the high post to Barber. She'll hand it off to Davison. Back to Barber. She'll shoot the 17-footer. It's good. Phelan Davidson, F-A-L-Y-N, if my spelling is correct. It's an interesting name. And Elsberry jumps out on top. 2-0. On the offensive end now, Van Far still trying to figure out this 3-2 zone as Wallace dribbles to the right wing. She'll pull up and shoot a deep three. She's got it. Woo, that one's about 22 feet. Chloe Wallace from downtown gives Van Far a 3-2 lead. We're a minute 45 into this first quarter. Right wing now to Davidson. Davidson hands it back to Barber, now to Plaster. Plaster, she'll pull up from three left wing. It's good as well. So everybody likes the three. That's all we've had so far in this ball game. Well, that's not actually right. They must have counted Phelan's as a two because it's only 5-3. Another three on the way. It bounces high off the back of the iron. Rebound is loose. Who's going to come away with it? Elsberry will. Out of the pack comes Grace White. She's going to go to the glass. It's too hard. Plaster had her fingertips on it, but it's tracked down by Davidson, and they'll reset things with 5:29 to play. Koch on the dribble now. Skips it over to Barber. She'll shoot a fadeaway 10-footer. It's short, gets her own rebound. Then we've got a whistle and a foul on the loose ball. And we'll see who the foul's on. Looks like it's going to be on Chloe Zumalt, her first. Davidson to trigger it in for Elsberry. Check that, it was White, and she throws it away. First turnover of the game by either club. Back comes Van Far. Utterback now. On a pick and roll with the Zumalt. Deep three again off the mark by Wallace. It bounces all the way to the far sideline and out of bounds. So Van Far not shy firing up the three because that's all they've shot so far. But they trail 5-3. And Elsberry has it back. Right wing to Koch, now to Plaster. Left side to Davidson. She'll penetrate into the paint. We've got a whistle and a foul on the drive. Foul's going to bowl on Miley Keller. Wonder if she's any relation to my old buddy Martin Keller. You got any genealogy reports on that there, April? Are you awake over there?
Oh, I'm creating new and interesting problems.
On the inbounds, Kinsey Coates gets free. She'll shoot an easy layup, and it's 7-3. Elsberry on top. In the near corner now comes Keller. Between the circles of Hun, right wing now to Utterback. Utterback now to Wallace. Down to 4:25 to play here in the first quarter. In the far corner now, Utterback drives baseline. Her shot's up and good. Elliott Utterback with her first 2 of the game. And it's 7-5 Elsberry with 4:10 to play in the first quarter. If you're just joining us, Louisiana won the first game 56-43. In the big gym, Winfield and Silex are in overtime right now. Elsberry running a little weave action as Stefani Hardwick checked in during that dead ball. Left-hand layup no good by Davidson. She tracks down a loose ball rebound. To Koch, gets it back to Plaster. Plaster now to Barber, head of the key to Koch. Right wing to Hardwick. Hands it off now to handed it off to Davidson, and we got an illegal pick, I believe is what the call was. It'll be called on Stefania Hardwick. So Van Far gets it back, trailing by 2. Backdoor cut down underneath to Kenya Jones, who's checked in the game for Van Far, but it's a whistle and a foul on the drive. That'll go against Maya Plaster, her first. Team second. 2 triggered inbounds is Miley Keller for Van Far. She looks, gets it in to Jones. Jones, just a sophomore. As we mentioned, they have 1 junior on the roster, and everybody else are freshmen and sophomores. 15-footer from Zumalt's off the back iron, no good. And Elsberry will head the other way. Kelsey Chigola checked into the game as well. She's got a knee brace on. She didn't play against Louisiana the other night when we had them. Hardwick now to Koch at the head of the key. Right wing to Chigola. Chigola. Head of the key to Koch. She'll shoot the 3. It's off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounds loose, and it's picked up by Utterback. She'll head into the front court. They whip it in the corner to Jones now. Back to Utterback. She'll get to the free throw line. Stop and pop from 15. It's good. Elliott Utterback. She's got 5, and we're tied at 7 with 2:40 to play in the ball game. In the first quarter. I'm trying to get us out of here early. Plaster on the left wing.
I endorse that idea.
Pulls up on a pick and roll from 15. It rims out. Off with the rebound is Keller for Van Far. Into the front court. We're tied at 7. Back to Keller to Jones. They play a little pitch and catch. High post to Zumalt. Just at the free throw line. She'll get it back to Hun. Hun now to Keller. Keller back to Hun. Now to Zumalt in the high post. She'll hand it off to Keller, I should say. And a deep 3 by Utterback. It's our Hun, I should say, is off the mark, but Van Far with the rebound. Back to Utterback. Utterback on the dribble into the short corner. Keeps her dribble. Dribbles out of trouble. Hands it to Hun. Hun in the post to Zumalt. She'll turn and go to the bucket. It won't go. Chigola with the rebound for Elsberry. Off to White. White's going to the house, and she dribbles in a double team, and we've got a travel violation. Turnover number 3 on Elsberry. Couple of subs in. Trinity Schwartz and Chloe Wallace is still in the game. Jones in the game. So maybe it was just Schwartz that came in. Wallace has the ball now. Jones right wing to Utterback. Utterback, we've got a whistle and a timeout on the floor. We're tied at 7, 1:20 to play in the first. You're listening to the Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102 Sports.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by Cellular and Satellite, Pike County Memorial Hospital, Ackles Farm Market, and Shelter Insurance Agent Ashley Jenkins.
If you thought Cellular and Satellite Center is closed, you are wrong. Cellular and Satellite is ready to help you with your dish, DirecTV, or antenna needs. We also do security system installations. Plus, if you need internet service, Cellular and Satellite has several options to choose from. Just give us a call today at 573-324-3722, Cellular and Satellite in Bowling Green.
Out of the timeout, Van Far with it. 1:15 to play in the quarter. Still in this zone. It's stolen by Plaster. Plaster heads the other way, gets it to White. She'll make the catch, missed the layup. Van Far heads the other way. Wallace with it into the front court now. Hands it off to Keller. Back to Wallace. Now the far corner to Jones. To Wallace. And it's a 1-3-1 zone now for Elsberry. Utterback gets some space. She'll shoot it from three. It's no good, but the rebound off to Schwartz. She gets it to Jones. Jones now gets it out to Utterback. Utterback on the dribble, hands it to Wallace. Wallace dribbles, guarded closely by Davidson, and now out of a double team, gets it to Utterback. Utterback to the right wing, still on the dribble. A lot of dribbling. They need to pass the ball around a little bit, do the Indians. However, we're tied at 7. Ball deflected and stolen away by Davidson. Davidson goes to the glass, and we've got an offensive foul called on Davidson. A little bit out of control that time was Phelan. And Van Far will get it back as into the game will come Chloe Zumont. She'll replace Trinity Schwartz as Van Far will have it and have to go to the length of the floor. Barber will come in for Koch for Elsberry. We're tied at 7, 15.6 to play in the quarter. Van Far's got to go to the length of the floor. No pressure. Now here comes a little half-court trap action. They get it to Utterback to Zumont. She'll shoot it from the corner from 15. Short, no good. Rebound to White. She'll shoot it from half court. It's short, and that'll do it for the first quarter of action. After one, we're tied at 7. Listen to Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102 Sports.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Bowling Green Tractor, State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Vicki Cadwallader Real Estate, and Pepsi.
Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Noah Builders in Silex is a proud supporter of all area athletes. They're a small, locally owned contractor with over 25 years of experience in custom and new home construction. Noah Builders wants to take your forever home plan and make it a reality. Call or visit Noah Builders at noahbuildersinc.com.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic, and Kearns Construction.
Well, over in the new gym, the Winfield and Silex game goes to double overtime now. Another three-pointer at the buzzer at 63 all. Silex hit the three-pointer this time to tie it. So they head to double overtime. Back here, we're tied at 7 as we start the second quarter. Elsberry and Van Far in a battle of the Indians. Plaster has it to Barber. Now to Davidson. Davidson back to Barber. Now to Hartwig underneath the White. She tracks it down in the far corner. And they'll whip it around the horn quickly to Davidson. Davidson to the right elbow to Hartwig. Hartwig back to Plaster. Now on the far sideline to White. White gets it to Barber. As around the horn they go. Man-to-man defense by Van Far. They're sagging back quite a bit except on Plaster, and she'll get a three off. It's off the backboard, spins around, does a 360, and goes in. Maya Plaster with her second three of the game. And it's 10-7 Elsberry. Here comes the half-court trap out of the 1-3-1. And Keller gets out of it, and she gets it to Utterback, and she's in a double team as well. Now the ball's loose, still loose. Bodies all over the place, and a foul on Zumont. That'll be her second. And up off the bench quickly, Carly Hunn will come in for Jones. And Elsberry will have it with 6:56 to play in the half, leading 10-7. Clopton Bowling Green yet to come in the new gym. And it's all boys tomorrow night. Barber opened from the right elbow. She shoots it from 15 and scores. Ella Barber with her first bucket of the night. And it's a 5-point lead for Elsberry, their biggest of the game. Wallace with it now, hounded by Davidson. She'll try to get it to Utterback. She makes a tough catch and pulls up from 3 ahead of the key, and it's no good. Rebound to Plaster. Off to White. White up the far sideline for Elsberry. Hits the brakes, gets it to Plaster. Right wing now to Davidson. She'll penetrate in with the left hand. Her up and under hits the bottom of the basket. Just no awareness of where she actually was on the floor. And Van Far heads the other way. Nearly stolen by White, however. Out of bounds, back to Van Far. 12-7 our score. 6:08 to play in the first half. Elsberry on top. Van Far with it now. Keller at the head of the key. Gets it to Utterback. Utterback on the right wing. Dribbles now between the circles. She'll get a pick from Wallace. Nothing doing there. Hardwick hounding Utterback. Now to Wallace. She's open for a deep 3. Long rebound off the back of the rim to Elsberry. Up to White quickly. White gets it in the near corner to Davidson. Davidson penetrates into Plaster. Now to Hardwick. Whips it in the far corner to White. Now cutting to the hole is Davidson. Her shot won't go. And Zumalt with the rebound. Back comes the Indians of Van Far. Wallace with it on the left wing. They play a little pitch and catch. Zumalt now on the high post. Hands it back to Wallace. Wallace guarded by Davidson. Left wing now to Hunt. She gets it in the post to Zumalt. She has it stolen from behind. Stolen by Davidson. She'll dribble to the right wing and slam on the brakes. Gets it to Plaster. She'll shoot a deep 3. It's an air ball and goes straight out of bounds back to Van Far. 4:55 to play here in the first half. 12-7. Elsberry still on top. Keller moseys into the front court. Her pass is deflected and stolen by White. White will go to the glass. Her layup's up and good. Grace White with her first bucket of the game. And it's a 14-7 lead for Elsberry. Keller now, as they play a little catch with Hun. Elsberry back into that 1-2-2. No, it's a 2-3 now maybe. Kind of got an amoeba look to it as they guard man whoever's close to him, which makes a lot of sense. Nearly stolen on the entry pass. Utterback makes a nice catch, gets to the far corner. Now dribbles out of trouble, guarded by Hardwick. She still has her dribble, does Utterback all the way to the left side, all the way to the corner, to the short corner. Now she'll kick it out to the key. Jones with a 17-footer. It's no good. Up for the rebounds. Her shot won't go, but her second attempt is blocked, but there is a whistle and a foul, and Carly Hun will go to the line and shoot 2 shots. Foul is on Hartwick, her second. The first one's off the back iron and no good. And then comes Chicola, Koch, and Lindsey Mound now for Elsberry. Carrie Koch using just about everybody on her bench. Second free throw by Hun is good. So 1 for 2. She splits the pair, and it's 14-8. Davidson in the near corner. They get it inside to Chigola. She'll go up. It's blocked by Zumalt, and she grabs the block shot, and it'll go back to Van Far. Trailing by 6, 14-8. Utterback dribbles around, hands it to Hun. Hun between the circles at the free throw line, now to Zumalt. Zumalt looks for help. Gets it to Keller. Her 17-footer is short and grabbed down on the baseline by Davidson. Up the left sideline. She gets it in the corner. 17-footer's an air ball by Mound, but Elsberry couldn't control the rebound. And Van Far back the other way. Keller throws it away. Stolen by Davidson. Can she take it coast to coast? No. Keller catches her and fouls her before she can. And that'll be Miley's second foul. And Davidson will go to the line for 2 free throws for the first trip to the charity stripe tonight for her. And the first one is no good. Chloe Wallace back for Van Far. Keller will take a seat. Davidson's second free throw is good. Davidson just a sophomore as well, as Elsberry plays a pretty young lineup. And it's stolen away again. Van Far's having trouble taking care of the ball. And on the break, they get it inside to Mound, and her shot won't go, but she'll be fouled. Turnover number 7 on Van Far. That foul is going to go against Hun, her first, and freshman Lizzie Mound will get 2 free throws. She's got the first. She will get a second. It's on the way. It's off the rim, bounces high, no good. Zumont with the rebound. For Van Far, Hun now in the front court. 28-foot mark, hands it off to Wallace. Wallace right in between the circles, left wing to Utterback. Utterback back to Hun. To Utterback, stolen away again by Grace White. They're telegraphing their passes, and White will go the other end and shoot a layup. Timeout on the floor. Turnover number 8. Van Far wants to talk about it. Elsberry leads it by 10, 18-8. This is the Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102 Sports.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Eagles Bluff Golf Course, People's Bank and Trust, Pike County Health Department, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
This is Tara Grody, and People's Savings Bank is excited to announce the Bobcat debit card. People's Savings Bank believes in giving back to the communities we serve, and that begins with the school district. Every time you use your Bobcat debit card as a credit, People's Savings Bank will give the school district 5 cents. That may not sound like a lot of money, but since starting this program 6 years ago, PSB has been able to give back over $120,000. Open an account online at ourpsb.com or stop by our branch. We are the one with a bright blue roof. Start earning the Bowling Green School District money today just by using your debit card. Member FDIC.
Friends Heritage House, Mike Henry Excavating, and Calumet of Missouri.
Bowling Green Tournament 100th anniversary coverage brought to you by Williams Road Repair Shop and J&GS Cattle Company, Homeback, Custom Work Salon, and Tanning Magruder Limestone Company, and the Taste of Philly. Out of the timeout, Van Far has it, dribbles right into a double team, and we'll have a jump ball, and on the alternating arrow, it'll stay with the Van Far Indians. We want to thank Taste of Philly for sponsoring our special, a look back 100 years of the Bowling Green Invitational that we had on last Wednesday and replayed this afternoon. Very entertaining thing to hear from the folks from the past and their thoughts on the tournament. Another turnover by Van Far, and a foul as Grace White makes the steal. It's turnover number 9. And up quickly, Trinity Swartz will check in for the Lady Indians as Chloe Wallace will take a seat. 2:09 to play in the half. 10 is the biggest lead of the game for either team. Van Far has led by 1 early on. And Elsberry has it in the front court. Plaster puts it on the floor, kicks it back to Coke. She decides not to take the shot, and she'll hand it off to White. White recycles out near the center court stripe. Guarded closely by Hun. She'll penetrate in, pulls up and shoots from 10. Stop and pop, no good. Jones with the rebound. Off to Utterback. Utterback into the front court now as Elsberry gets back quickly. Playing that little 3-2 look zone. It's really got Van Far messed up. Zumont now on the dribble inside the arc. Hands it off to Hun. Back to Utterback. She'll fire a quick 3. It's an air ball and out of bounds. Back to, they're going to say it was tipped on the shot by Elsberry, and the fans don't agree. And it'll go back to Van Far. I kind of thought it was tipped myself, actually. Hun will trigger it in left side of the bucket. Gets it to Jones. She'll shoot it from 15. No good. Plaster with the rebound, gets it out to White. They look to run. Up quickly to Davidson. She'll shoot the layup, and that's good. Good break that time by Elsberry. Good outlet, good assist by White, and finish by Davidson. And it's a 12-point lead. Jones has it on the far sideline now for Van Far. She nearly throws it away, but it's tracked down by Swert. She'll hand it back to Utterback. Utterback to Jones. Tries to force it inside, deflected. Walla Zumalt picks up the loose ball. We'll have a jump ball. And an alternating arrow will give it to Elsberry as Stavasia Hartwick checks in for Elsberry. We're under a minute to play in the half. Plaster has it. She's had some space, didn't shoot it, kicks it to Hartwick. She'll shoot it from 16, right wing, no good. Rebounds loose, and it's going to go off of Utterback, I believe, and it'll stay with Elsberry with 36 ticks to play in the half. Plaster to throw it in for the Indians. They get it in. Plaster gets it back after they run the play, and she can't make it from about 2 feet. Jones with the rebound to Utterback, down to 26 seconds to play. In the first half, in the high post, stolen away by Plaster. Turnover number 10. Plaster will go to the window. It won't go, but she'll be fouled by Utterback. That'll be her first. And that'll send Myra Plaster to the charity stripe for 2 shots with 17.7 seconds to play in the first half. Maya, senior, big-time softball player for Elsberry, makes the first. All-state softball player, I believe. She'll get a second. And it's good as well. And the lead grows to 14. Down to 15 seconds to play. And the pass and on the wing, tracked down. They get it inside to Zumalt, but it's swatted out of bounds by Hardwick. Nice job by Hun to make that catch over on the sideline. And now quickly up off the bench is Barber. She'll come in for Lizzie Mound. Give a little size on this inbounds play. Hun triggers it into Jones. She'll shoot it from the corner from 15. It's good. Kenya Jones, first bucket of the night. Down to 1. Plaster from 3/4 court. That's off the mark, no good. And that'll do it for the first half. Good half for the Elsberry Indians. They go to the locker room on top. 22-10, they lead Van Far. The halftime show's next on Eagle 102 Sports.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by Eagles Bluff Golf Course, People's Bank and Trust, Pike County Health Department, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
The Eagle 102 Sports halftime report is coming up. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports come health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Bowling Green, Clopton, and Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athlete. I'm Casey Sutton, certified athletic trainer with Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
Ask me, Ashley Jenkins, about Shelter's auto, home, and life options.
Central State Bank believes in more than just banking. Central State Bank's team takes the time to understand your unique needs and goals, and they're proud to be part of the community, actively supporting local businesses and events. Enjoy state-of-the-art banking technology for easy and secure online and mobile banking. Join thousands of satisfied customers who've made the switch to Central State Bank and experience the personal touch and professional service that set them apart. Visit one of the convenient locations in Pleasant Hill, Pittsfield, Kinderhook, Quincy, and Clayton. Central State Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Barnes Roots and Herbs, Get Spot a Shot in Louisiana, and Silex Banking Company.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 Sports Halftime Report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Well, we have our first minor upset of the tournament as number 5 Silex upsets number 4 Winfield 72-68 in double overtime over in the high school gym. Back here in the middle school, we're at half of the second ball game, and Elsberry leads Vanfar 22-10. If you're just joining us, Louisiana won the first game from the middle school gym 56-43 over North Callaway, and they will face the winner of this game we're having for you right now. Jim Ross and April Fronick with you. And April, have you calmed down any yet?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Have got the tech wizardry going on, and
I'm.
It's the curse of the wizard tonight. Everything seems to be
I'm
going
not
sideways.
a tech person to begin with, so.
Nor am I.
So Mark can walk me through a million things, but if you don't have a passion for it, it just doesn't stay in the gray matter. It's like, yeah, I saw you hit a lot of things.
I don't think passion would quite cover Mark Fronick in technology. I don't think that's an appropriate description. It's a way beyond passion, I think.
Yeah, if it'd be something if he had just all day to devote to it.
Let's take a look at tomorrow night for you, as it'll be boys' night in this 100th annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament from the high school gym tomorrow night. At 5:30, the number 1 seed Hawks of Clopton will face Silex. And at 7 o'clock, the host number 3 seed Bobcats of Bowling Green will take on North Callaway. In the middle school gym here, the 4 and 5 seeds Winfield and Elsberry will square off. Then at 7 o'clock, Vanfar, the number 2 seed, will take on Louisiana. Those in the middle school gym. And look for a very competitive tournament on the boys' side, and hope you can join us. Hope you can come out.
Yeah.
You can get off your duffs and come on out and watch it. Get a lot of basketball. You can bounce back and forth. One entry gets you into both gyms, so you can go wherever you want to go, watch whatever you want. They got a great concession stand here.
And there's neat displays out from over the years. I love looking at the old trophies.
I walked through them when I got here tonight. They've got a bunch of the old trophies, and most of the tournament plaques that Bowling Green won are also on display. So that's pretty interesting. They got a lot of stuff going on, mainly in the high school gym in terms of entertainment, halftime shots and stuff like that as the week goes on. So half court shots, I should say, at halftime. So come on out and join all that in. Join all the fun. If you can't, we'll have it the whole tournament right here for you. KJFMradio.com. Also on 102.1 FM. We'll have it on your app. If it's electronic, you can pretty much pick us up anywhere you want. And if you got one of those smart TVs, that's the coolest thing. You can get on YouTube and search KJFM Radio, and you can pull these games up and watch it in the comforts of your recliner. I've been there and done that. Let's take a break. We'll be back with the scoring of this first half right after this on Eagle 102 Sports.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Geared Up, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
State Farm in Pittsfield understands that life can be tough. The State Farm staff is there to help you make smart decisions when it comes to all your insurance and financial service needs. Call, email, text, or stop by the office Monday through Friday between 9 to 5 to talk to an agent. State Farm in Pittsfield, a family-oriented office, is located at 311 Half West Washington Street in Pittsfield, serving Pike County, Illinois, and the surrounding areas.
Ackles Farm Market has locally produced beef, pork, and honey. Stop in for your farm fresh cut ribeye, New York strip, sirloin steaks, fillets, stew meat, ribs, ground beef, snack sticks, and all beef hot dogs. While there, stock up on homegrown fruits and vegetables as well. Open every day, 9 to 7. Ackles Farm Market, just off Highway 54 between Louisiana and Pittsfield.
The Eagle's Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast in Louisiana offers inviting guest rooms, each with its own unique character and historic charm. Call or book online at theeaglesnestinbb.com.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Barnes Roots and Herbs, Get Spot a Shot in Louisiana, and Silex Banking Company.
We're at half of the second game from the middle school. In the first quarter, Elsberry and Van Far were tied at Elsberry outscored Van Far 15-3 in the second and lead it 22-10. And you were about to jump in and join me.
Well, I just wanted, because I was looking at, Tanis has already posted pictures from that first game, which was a whale of a game.
Yeah, 72 points, 72-68 in overtime. Double overtime.
Double overtime. Anyway, so I was going through her pictures, editing for her, and so I wanted to remind everyone that we have Maddie Ingram over in this gym, Tiana Sanders over in the other gym. Pictures every night of the tournament be available on our Facebook page, and Bowling Green Tournament 100th anniversary coverage is brought to you by Mimi's Pantry, law offices of Briscoe and Brannon, Edward Jones Financial Advisor Kayla Caldwell, Service and Supply Co-op, and Pike Lincoln Tech Center.
And I mean a bunch of pictures. We're not talking about 2 or 3 pictures here, folks. We're talking about 40 or 50 pictures in every game. So you can get your fill of pictures.
And she'll likely run some, she'd usually upload some reels, some short videos of big plays and
use
stuff.
Video reels. That's a young person too.
I know. I don't really follow all of it, but when she has me edit or whatever, so then, okay, now I'm going to have to pay attention to this.
Let's take a look at the scoring in the first half. 4 Van Far, 4 for Elliott Utterback, 3 for Chloe Wallace, 2 for Kenya Jones, and 1 for Carly Hunn. They were 1 for 2 from the free throw line, and they turned it over 10 times, and that was their problem in the second quarter as Elsberry outscored them 15-3. For the Indians, nobody in double figures for them either. Maya Plaster, however, has 8, 5 for Phelan Davison. Grace White with 4, 2 for Kenzie Koch, 1 for Lizzie Mound, 2 for Ella Barber. Elsberry was 4 for 6 from the free throw line, and they turned it over 4 times in that first half. So the Van Far Indians are back out here right now, waiting, and so are the Elsberry Indians. They're still in our huddle. Let's take one quick break, and we'll have the second half for you next on Eagle 102 Sports.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by Eagles Bluff Golf Course, People's Bank and Trust, Pike County Health Department, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
Hi, this is Shelley Clucky with Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. We appreciate the value of working hard and making sure you've taken steps to make sure you're prepared for whatever comes your direction. Best wishes to all of our area athletes for another amazing season from myself and Corey Buchanan at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company on the Square in Bowling Green.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, Mike Henry Excavating, and Calumet of Missouri.
Original starters back in the game for both teams as we start the second half, and Elsberry in that 1-2-2 or 3-2 as they spread out, if you will. And it has caused all kinds of problems for Van Far in the half court. Keller has it now between the circles. She's got White on her. To Wallace. As they stand, you got to move the ball, get something inside out going on, penetrate the gaps. And they have had a hard time doing any of that so far. Now they get it in the high post to Zumont. She'll kick it right back out to Wallace, right side to Keller in the corner to Utterback. Her 15-footer's no good. The rebound's tapped in the far corner by Elsberry. They save it in, but Van Far recovers it. Now it's loose on the far sideline, and Wallace will come out of the pack with the ball. We played a minute, no scoring so far. Wallace now to Keller. Keller back on the Bowling Green logo at the center court stripe. Dribbles to the right side to Wallace in between the circles. Wallace now to the left wing. Gets it to Keller. Right wing to Utterback. She's open for three. It's off the mark. No good. Rebounds loose. Plaster will pick it up. She's got a 3-on-1 break. She'll get it over to Davidson, and her layup's up and good. So the way you're supposed to run the break, and the lead is 14, matching the biggest of the game at 24-10. They just don't have an answer for this zone. As Elsberry spread out, got a little size, quite a bit of size actually, across the front line here. And it's got the passing lanes all jammed up, and now passes, as I just say, passing lanes deflected by Davidson, then she's going to be fouled. So a turnover with a foul. It's going to go on Chloe Wallace, her second. And Alice Hartwick quickly off the bench for Elsberry as she'll check in for Davidson. White into the front court, Van Far in a man-to-man. They get it to Barber at the left elbow to Plaster. She'll penetrate in, kicks it out, wide open three for Koch is front iron, no good. Rebound to Hun. Hun to Keller, and she'll slow things down at the half-court stripe with 5:45 to play in the third. 24-10 our score. Elsberry still on top. Left wing to Utterback. Back to Wallace. They stare at this 1-2-2 or a 3-2, if you will, zone as the front person backs up into the post area. It's loose, Zumalt, and she's going to be tied up with Barber. And alternating error will give it back to Elsberry. Another turnover, and Jones will check in for Wallace for Van Far. They ought to be about ready to go over in the new gym as Clopton, the number 1 seed, will take on the host school Bowling Green after a double overtime game in the first game over there. Silex came out on top 72-68. Barber fakes the handoff to Plaster, gives it to White. She'll shoot the three, air ball. Plaster gets the rebound, kicks it back to Koch. Koch penetrates in to Hardwig on the far sidelines, but it's too tall for her, and the turnover will give it back to Van Far. Turnover number 5 on Elsberry. And quickly Davidson back up off the bench. White will take a seat. .450 to play in the third. 24-10 our score. Hun with it on the right wing, now to Keller. Keller dribbles to the elbow, gets to Utterback on the left wing. She dribbles towards the corner, still has her dribble. Dribbles out of trouble, back in between the circles. Now dribbles to the other side. Shot partially blocked of Hun's. Utterback gets it, it's blocked, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Barber. Well, not that I've ever coached much, but I can tell you dribbling around and around in a zone against the zone as Chigola checks in for Koch for Elsberry. Makes it kind of tough.
Indeed.
You got to move the ball side to side and make that zone shift. They get it in the high post to Zumalt. She has it swatted from behind from Plaster, and it goes out of bounds, they say, off of Plaster. Back to the Van Far Indians. Keller to throw it in right side of the bucket. Gets it to Zumalt on the right block. She'll put it on the window. It's no good. Gets her own rebound. Her putback's blocked. Another block shot, but this time we've got a whistle on the foul, and Utterback will go to the charity stripe. The foul's going to go on Hartwick. I believe that'll be 3 on her. And Elliott Utterback will go to the line for 2. Her first trip to the charity stripe is good. She's got a big knee brace, knee wrap on that left knee. Does Utterback, just a sophomore. Second one's on its way. It's no good. Barber with the rebound for Elsberry. Looks for an outlet to Hartwick into the front court now. Van Far still in a man-to-man. They get it to Plaster. She's guarded by Jones. Turns down the pick and roll, penetrates into the paint to Chicola in the short corner. Her 10-footer's no good. And Wallace with the rebound for Van Far. Down to 3:50 to play, 24-11. Elsberry still on top, and Plaster steals it from behind. from Jones to to Hartwick to Davidson, and she missed the layup. Back comes Van Far. Utterback is clobbered by Hartwick, and that'll be foul number 4 on Stavasia. And into the game is White for Barber. And they've got to find a sub for Hartwick, and it'll be Koch coming in. And she'll leave with 4. So Van Far has it after the foul. 3:35 to play in the quarter. We're in the third. Keller still on the dribble. Dribble entry to the right wing, now into the near corner to Utterback. She tries to force it inside to Zumon, but Chicola is going to be whistled for a foul. And that'll be Kelsey's first foul. And Van Far will have it underneath. Third team foul, however. They get to Zumont. She puts it up, steps through the trouble, and scores the basket, does Chloe Zumont. And she'll get an old-fashioned three-point play opportunity. Foul. She picks up 2 in a matter of about 5 seconds. And let's see if Zumont can complete the old-fashioned three-point play. Just a sophomore as well. High archer's good. And it's down to a 10-point lead at 24-14 with 3:17 to play in the third. White with it now on the dribble. Hands it off to Davidson. Davidson on a pick and roll with Koch. Gets it right side to Chicola. She's going to fire a deep 3. It's good. Kelsey Chicola showing some range. Now, I can tell you last year I didn't see her shoot much of that kind of stuff. She drained that one.
Yes, she did definitively.
It's a 13-point lead. The entry pass is deflected by White, but it goes right off the Van Far bench in the close confines here of the middle school, and the Van Far club will get it back. They get it into Wallace, so check that, it's Keller. Keller dribbles over to the far sideline, but it's deflected by Plaster out of bounds. We'll do it again, this time from the 28-foot mark on the other side, the bleacher side. Had a pretty good crowd at the end of the first game. It's kind of dwindled out a little bit. That ball was kicked, no whistle. And the ball inside to Hunt, and it's stolen away by Elsberry. Davidson on the steal. She's got White with her. Davidson will take it to the hoop and score. Phelan Davidson's got 9 now, approaching double figures. And the lead is now 15, the biggest of the game for Elsberry. Keller now tries to force it into the high post. It's stolen away. Turnover number 15. White gets it down low to Davidson. Her shot's short, no good. Jones with the rebound for Van Far. Down to 2 minutes to play. 29-14. Elsberry on top. And Keller has it swatted into the backcourt, and she'll just let it roll out of bounds. And into the game, Trinity Schwartz for Van Far. Ella Barber will return for Shigola for Elsberry. Utterback will move to the point now with Keller on the bench. To Hunt on the right wing, back to Utterback. They bring Plaster out to the point, a little taller player to keep an eye on Utterback. Utterback loses her footing, and we've got a traveling violation. Turnover number 16 on Van Far. To go against 5 for Elsberry. Lizzie Mound checks back in for Phelan Davidson. Lizzie, a freshman. So White runs the offense now for Elsberry. Gets it to Koch. To Mound, and it goes through her hands and out of bounds, and she grabs both hands up to her mouth like, oh. Oops.
Whoopsie.
That shouldn't happen. So the turnover will give it back to Van Far, down to 1:20 to play in the third. Utterback to Hunt in the high post, and now Barber will foul Schwartz, who is in the high post. And that's the 5th team foul on Elsberry. Barber will pick up her first, but now Van Far will shoot free throws the remainder of the quarter. And Trinity Schwartz with a chance to get in the scorebook with 2 shots. She makes the first. She'll get a second. 29-15, Van Far trails. Second one's up and good as well. So the lead back down to 13 with 1:10 to play in the third, 29-16. White gets it to Plaster on the left wing. High post to Barber. Barber flips it on a backdoor cut to White. She throws up a wild one. It won't go. I've seen more wild shots in the last 3 games than I've seen all year. Just throwing it up crazy. Van Far back into the front court. Utterback now on the dribble as Mound gets knocked down on the pick to Hun. Hun now tries to force it inside, but it's stolen by Barber. By Elsberry, up to White. She's got the Jets turned on. She'll throw it up off the window on a runner. It's no good. Rebound to Zumont. Under a minute to play, in fact, 30 seconds. And Coach Menner says, slow it down. Are they going to play from 1, April? Every time I say that, they fire up a shot. Jones is going to throw it away and save me. Another turnover for Van Far. To White. She goes in, and we've got a whistle and a foul. Actually, they're going to come together and talk about it. And we're going to see what it's going to be. It's going to be a foul. Foul's going to go on Hun. And Grace White will go to the line and shoot 2 shots. White's first trip to the free throw line, and it's no good. She's got 4 points in the game. Foul was on Hun, if I didn't mention that, her second. And Lily Mound will come in now for Elsberry. Back in Keller and Wallace for Jones and Swartz for Van Far. White will get the second free throw with 16.2 ticks. In and out, no good. Zumont with the rebound. They'll have to hustle it up with 13. Wallace into the front court. To Utterback, but it's deflected out of bounds by White, and they'll get it out of bounds. Top of the key extended on the far sideline with 6.3 seconds to go. Davidson will return for Elsberry. White will take a break. Hun to throw it inbound, gets it into Keller, and they try and throw it in the corner, and it slips out of Keller's hands and goes out of bounds back to Elsberry. So Elsberry will have a chance with 4 ticks. As I thought, so yeah, Plaster's going to come in for Mound. That's Lizzie Mound. And she'll throw it inbounds. And now a little full court pressure for Van Far. 9 of the 10 players in the backcourt. They get it into Chicola. They try to throw it to Plaster. It's loose on the floor, and that'll do it for the third quarter of action. Your score, the Elsberry Indians 29, the Van Far Indians 16. Your fourth quarter's next on Eagle 102 Sports.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex, Pike County Mutual Insurance agents Corey Buchanan and Shelley Clucky, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company is a proud sponsor of the local schools and their athletes. When it's time to quench that thirst, reach for one of the many Pepsi products found in the local concession stands, including Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Sundrop, or the all-new Starry Lemon Lime. If you are wanting something other than soda, enjoy Bubbler, Klarbrunn Water, Lipton Teas, Gatorade, and more. Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company in New Haven and Bowling Green wishes all the area athletes a great season.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by MASH in Bowling Green and Louisiana, Bull and Chevrolet, Gambino's Eatery, and Tea Time Golf.
Clopton's jumped out to an early 12-1 lead over Bowling Green over in the high school gym. Back here it's 29-16 Elsberry over Van Far as we start the fourth quarter. And Van Far tries to force it inside. It's loose, and we've got a timeout by Heather Mentor to save the turnover. We'll step aside as well. 29-16, 7:48 to play in the game. It's the Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102 Sports.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by A Taste of Philly, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Eolia Landscape Supply.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-3 to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by MASH in Bowling Green and Louisiana, Bull and Chevrolet, Gambino's Eatery, and Tea Time Golf.
After the timeout, Utterback gets the inbounds pass and shoots it from about 15 from the short corner. It's short. Elsberry with the rebound. They head the other way. Chigola on the right wing. She's hit a three from there earlier. She'll put it on the floor, gives it off to Koch. Koch tries to force it inside. Another turnover for Elsberry. Back comes Utterback. She goes up. Her scoop shot is good. She's got 7, and it's 29-18. Van Far wants to try and get it down to under 10 with 4 minutes to go if they can. Give them a shot to win this game. Still playing pressure man-to-man are the Indians of Van Far. Chigola on the right wing now. Picks up her dribble, gets it to Davison. Davison to Plaster at the head of the key. Plaster on the pick and roll, tries to cross it over, has her pocket pick, then gets it right back. Plaster now looks for some help, and she'll get it to Chigola. So back-to-back turnovers there by both clubs. Long three on the way by Davidson. It's off the mark and no good. And Van Far with the rebound. Utterback pulls up, head of the key, three, off the glass and good. Elliott Utterback's got 10, and Elsberry wants a timeout as the lead is down to 8. 29-21, 6:26 to play in the ballgame. It's the Bowling Green Invitational, the 100th version on Eagle 102 Sports.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Noah Builders, Castile's Color Wheel, Eagle's Nest End, and People's Savings Bank.
Did you know you can earn money by harvesting wild plants? Hi, I'm Craig Barnes with Barnes Roots and Herbs. We're south of Eolia, and we buy wild harvested plant products like sassafras leaf, walnuts, golden seal, ginseng, and many more. For more information and a list of what we're buying, visit us on Facebook or you can call us at 636-205-4333. Barnes Roots and Herbs, 636-205-4333. Money does grow on trees.
Everyone needs help with something at some point in their life. This is Tracy B. with PCHD, and I am here to remind you that we have certified community health workers staffed at our office that offer assistance for free to those who need help navigating local resources and more. Please don't hesitate to call 573-324-2111 to learn more or visit our website at pikecountyhealth.org.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Bull and Chevrolet, and Center Locker Service.
The James A. Wilson Gymnasium. That sign's been there since I played. I have to give up my age, but that's been a long time ago.
So, I was like, oh, so the 90s, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, divide that. I'll take a few off that. Well, Elsberry has it out of the timeout as they've coughed up a 15-point lead. It's down to 8 now, 29-21. Plaster with it on the pick and roll with Barber. Gets it in the near corner to White. Underneath the Chicola on the shuffle cut, and she'll shoot the layup and score. Good look that time by White and finished by Chicola. And it's back to a 10-point lead, 31-21. Van Far throws it away. It's loose and stolen by Hardwick. Hardwick gets it up to White. White down underneath the Chicola. Her layup's up and good. So bang, bang, just like that. 4 in a row for Elsberry. And turnover number 21 for Van Far. Zumwalt in the high post. Gets it to Wallace. She eyes up the three. Decides not to let it fly. To Utterback between the circles now. In the high post to Zumwalt. Zumwalt to Wallace. Right corner to Keller. She'll shoot the three. It's no good. White with the rebound for Elsberry. White looks to push. Gets it over to Chigola. She'll pull up from 15. Front iron, no good. Hardwick with the rebound. She'll get it back out to White, and they'll reset it with 5:10 to play in the ball game. Grace White on the dribble, guarded by Hun. She'll pick up a screen to Plaster. That's a pick and pop, and she'll shoot the three, and it's good. A 7-0 run for Elsberry after they call that timeout. And all of a sudden, it's back to a 36-21 lead for Elsberry, and now Van Far throws it away again. Davidson in for Chicola. She had some good minutes there. And Elsberry will get it as Koch will return as well for White. Davidson to trigger it in to Hardwig in the backcourt. Now, turnover number 9 on Elsberry. Don't forget, we'll be back here tomorrow night. We won't hang around long after tonight's game. Give you a quick breakdown of the scores. We're going to have a long week here at the Bowling Green tournament, and April needs some sleep. Oh, wait a minute. She never sleeps. What am I talking about? Van Far still passing around the horn against this zone. Utterback grabs it, nearly had it turned over, hands it off to Hun. To Utterback, she's open for three. It's an air ball, and it'll go out of bounds. Jones in for Wallace for Van Far. No pressure by Van Far. As Elsberry was able to run through that and got quite a few layups, actually. They run the weave now. Plaster has it. She'll get it between the circles now to Davidson. Davidson on the dribble, penetrates in. Her finger roll misses everything. Or a scoop shot, if you will. Utterback back with the rebound, heads the other way. She gets to the head of key now. To Hun. Hun to Utterback, left corner now to Jones. Jones steps to the wing, gets it to Zumwalt in the post. Off to the wing to Keller. Her 17-footer won't go. And Davidson with the rebound. She'll go to the bucket, and she's going to be fouled by Miley Keller. That'll be her third, I believe. First foul of the quarter. That's in the act of shooting, however. And Phelan Davidson will go to the line and shoot 2 shots. She's got 9. This could get her into double figures. Be the first player for Elsberry to do that, and she does. Adelaide Utterback has 10 for Van Far. Barber will take a seat for the Indians of Elsberry as Hartwick returns. Second free throws in and out. Jones with the rebound, down to 3:20 to play in the ball game. Jones left sideline. They get it in down to the post to Zumwalt. She's blocked from behind by Plaster. She'll have her pocket pick from behind by Utterback, and then she's going to be fouled by Davidson. It's a little wild and woolly, folks. Davidson's second foul. And Van Far will have it at the 28-foot mark on the far sideline. Jones to Utterback, back to Jones to Keller. Now she gets it into Zumwalt to Utterback from 10 from the corner. Is good. And a timeout on the floor. Heather Menner wants to talk to her troops. 37-23, 14-point lead for Elsberry. Exactly 3 minutes to play in the game. Listen to the Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102 Sports.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex, Pike County Mutual Insurance agents Corey Buchanan and Shelley Clucky, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats is your first stop when stocking your freezer. Brown's has frozen chicken, steaks, brats, and burgers ready to go. For wholesale and custom butchering, Brown's is your first call. It's where quality meets service. Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats. For your meat processing, smokehouse meats, and homemade sausage. Just off Highway 61 in Silex.
Illness can happen, whether it's the sniffles, sore throat, or the flu. Hannibal Regional Medical Group's Urgent Care in Bowling Green is here for you. Urgent Care is open 7 days a week and is located just off the roundabout in Bowling Green behind Community State Bank. Remember, Hannibal Regional Medical Group's Urgent Care in Bowling Green is here for you.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Community State Bank of Missouri, and Gambino's Eatery.
Out of the timeout, full court pressure by Van Far. Elsberry breaks it and then throws it away as a too hot to handle pass for Grace White. Gives it back to Van Far, trailing by 14, down to 2:50 in the game. Jones gets it over to Keller to Utterback. She'll pull up from 15, left wing, no good. Zumalt with the rebound. Her putback's off the mark. Hardwick gets the rebound, and she's tied up for a jump ball. The alternating arrow will give it to Elsberry, I believe. Chicola back in for Hardwick. Man, it's Grand Central Station over here at the score table. People in and out on every dead ball for both teams. Crazy. Davidson reverses field into the front court, and we'll set things up now. Heck, she can run a little clock if she wants. Nobody out pressing her. Jones will come now to Chicola on the right wing. Shoots a layup and scores. Nobody stopped the ball that time. 6 points for White. And the lead back to 16 for Elsberry at 39-23. In fact, that is the biggest lead of the game. Jones open for three, left wing. It's off the mark. Utterback on the offensive glass. Her putback's no good. But a whistle and a foul, and that'll be Phelan Davidson with her third. And Elliott Utterback will go back to the line for two. She's got 12. Leading scorer for Van Far. Make it 13 as that hit the front of the rim, the backboard, and did a 360 and fell in. Wallace in for Jones now. Utterback will get a second. Remember what I told you, no seniors on this club for Van Far. Good things to come for them. They've got a couple good players. Both free throws good by Utterback. Elsberry quickly breaks the press, and Davidson shoots a layup at the other end. And it's 41-25, down to $1.50 to go in the ball game. Hun now gets it inside the arc to Zumalt on the right block. Her turnaround is off the glass, no good. Chicola with the rebound for Elsberry. She's going to be tied up. And is there a foul? Yep, a foul on Chloe Wallace, her third. Neither team over 5, and now Chloe Wallace down on the floor. I don't know if she got hit with the ball or what exactly. As Coach Minner goes out, and Pike County Memorial Hospital is on the scene too, as they provide their services on both courts and, well, about every game in the area, don't they? Eric and his gang?
Yep, yeah. They go to Clopton, and so it's just an invaluable service. It's nice to have them here.
No doubt. No doubt. And they may want to come up and look at you.
Oh, my God. I'm telling you.
You could have some injuries after tonight.
It feels like I'm concussed because I'm not getting there, folks. Hey, but Bowling Green Tournament 100th anniversary coverage is brought to you by Williams Road Repair Shop and JGS Cattle Company, Home Bank, Custom Work Salon and Tanning, Magruder Limestone, and A Taste of Philly.
Elsberry with it as they get Wallace to the sidelines, and Eric Schaefer will take a look at her. 3 balls on the way, no good from Chicola. Long rebound off to Utterback. Into the front court. Stops at the free throw line, kicks to Jones, right wing 3. No good. Rebound into the corner to Davidson. Davidson for Elsberry. Heads the other way. They aren't in any rush. She'll slam on the brakes, and they'll reset things with 1:05 to play in the ballgame. 41-25, Elsberry on top. Van Far led by 1. That was on like the second possession of the game, and haven't led since. 16, the biggest lead for Elsberry. As Chicola has it, she's picked up her dribble. Now she gets it to Koch. And Elsberry is going to use one more timeout. Why not, with 48 seconds to go. 41-25, they lead it. And this is the Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102 Sports.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by A Taste of Philly, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Eolia Landscape Supply.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Bolin Chevrolet, and Center Locker Service.
Out of the timeout, Elsberry has it. White dribbles around, gets it to Lizzie Mound, who checked in during the timeout. Hands it off to Lily Mound, who's in as well. There's a bunch of guards in the game now for Elsberry. Also in Ella Burbridge, her first minutes of the night. As they work it around the horn, try and burn up this final 20 seconds. 41-25, they lead. And they'll get it over to Burbridge now. She'll hold it with 10 to White. White backs up. And now to Mound. That's Lizzie. Lizzie backs up near center court. And a no foul comes from the bench from Minner, but then it's going to be stolen away, and that's going to do it for the ball game. Your final score, the Elsberry Indians advance 41-25 over the Van Far Indians. Post-game shows next on Eagle 102 Sports.
The Eagle 102 Sports post-game show is coming up on KJFM Radio.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex, Pike County Mutual Insurance agents Corey Buchanan and Shelley Clucky, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
Cupid says you can fall in love this Valentine's Day with Gambino's Eatery in Louisiana. We're giving you a chance to win prizes that'll make your heart skip a beat. Grand prize is dinner for two and a romantic overnight stay at our Eagle's Nest Inn. Second prize is dinner and flowers at our prime fireside table. Third prize is dessert paired with wine and a Gambino's gift card. To enter our free drawing, just visit and sign up now through February 6th. Every visit earns a 1 per day entry, and joining our loyalty program can boost your chances. Rules available in store. Winners to be drawn and notified February 7th. Happy Valentine's Day from Gambino's, 3rd in Georgia, downtown Louisiana.
To measure the true value of a compact tractor, break out all the jobs it can do. You'll have a long list with the New Holland Workmaster Series 25, 35, or 40 compact tractor from Bowling Green Tractor on Business 61 in Bowling Green. Put your money on an economical Workmaster compact and enjoy the power of a 3-cylinder engine, the simplicity of a hydrostatic or gear transmission, and a roomy deck. If you value performance and economy, see Bowling Green Tractor on Business 61 in Bowling Green today about a Workmaster 25, 35, or 40 compact tractor.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Community State Bank of Missouri, and Gambino's Eatery.
41-25, our final here in the final game of the night in the middle school gym. Elsberry wins it. They led. Score was tied 7-all at the end of the first. It's 15-3 scoring advantage for Elsberry in the second, 22-10, and they never looked back from there. 7-6, they outscored Van Far in the third, and 12-9 in the fourth, and they win it 41-25, raising their record 6-8 on the season. Van Far drops to 7-11. Louisiana or Elsberry advances on to play Louisiana. That'll be on Wednesday night in the high school gym at 5:30. Van Far will take on North Callaway here in the middle school gym, also at 5:30 on Wednesday. Let's take a look at the scoring for Van Far. They were led by Elliot Utterback. She had a nice game with 14 points, 3 for Chloe Zumalt, 3 for Chloe Wallace, 2 for Trinity Swerts, 2 for Kenya Jones, I should say, and Carly Hunn chipped in with 1. Van Far was 7 for 9 from the free throw line and turned the ball over 23 times, and that was their Achilles heel this evening. For Elsberry, a couple players in double figures. Phelan Davidson with 12, Maya Plaster with 11, 7 for Kelsey Chigola, 6 for Grace White, and 2 each for Kinsey Koch and Ella Barber, and Lizzie Mound had a free throw and 1. Elsberry was 5 for 10 from the free throw line, and they turned it over 11 times. Don't forget, tomorrow night we'll have boys action for you. Let's run that down real quick. Clopton and Silix in the high school gym at 5:30. Bowling Green and North Callaway at 7 in the high school gym. In the middle school gym, Winfield and Elsberry at 5:30, and Van Far and Louisiana at 7. So good boys action to come tomorrow night. So come on out pick up some fun at the Bowling Green Invitational. That's going to do it for me here. Clopton and Bowling Green are still going. Clopton had a big early lead in that one, so switch over to that game if you want to watch or listen to some more basketball. Our final score here, Elsberry 41-25 for April Froenig, Maddie Ingram, who took pictures for us. So long till tomorrow night.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.